What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the reality kingdom where we put the real in reality or whatever, period. I'm getting used to this. I'm still reading it. Even though I've heard it so many times and I'm still like, I need to look at it to be able to say it. But we are about to get into the mess, girls. Are you guys ready? It's a lot of mess.
So much.
I am so excited to be here because I've been wanting to talk about this and I've been holding all my thoughts in for this exact moment. I have been counting down the days to get here and talk shit with y'all. So I'm excited.
Well, if you guys have just like rants that you want to go on specific people, specific house guests, because we're not going to talk about everyone. Not everyone has mess. So yeah, if you guys you want to rant at some point, go ahead and cut me off.
Don't tell me it's a good time.
So let's get right into it. The first thing we got is the misogyny of it all. All the men get together, and this is when Rome was still in the house. But specifically, the one that is being misogynistic in this is, what's his name? Yash. I'm gonna play the video, but I don't know if I want to play the whole thing because it is like a pretty crisp video, and I don't know if I would get demonetized or something. But I think he's pretty misogynistic from the get, so let's play it real quick.
Is masculine.
Yeah, that's
no, muscularity is masculine inherently. The trait. No, inherently, bro.
No, I don't agree with you.
Men also no, but wait. Because then why is it that?
Dude, I just lied down.
I said it was coming back. What about like a little bit of cut?
Dude, there's
So
Niggas don't know what words mean. Inherently, inherently, we all got muscles. We're all born with fucking muscles. Inherently, you're a dumbass. He don't even know what head is. He's like, what's oral, bitch? I want to yank him by the fucking back of his fucking whack ass haircut and snatch his ass back and probably stomp on him a little bit. He's a little turd. He is disgusting. You can tell he's one of these red pill idiots that, you know, is just taking in and stuff and being indoctrinated and doesn't even realize it. But like, that's really just stupidity. That's stupidity mixed with that red pill shit. Cause bitch, we all have muscles. Spell inherently.
Get him.
I don't know if he knows that, but I agree. I think he is, maybe he doesn't identify as red pill, but I think it has sunken in without maybe him willingly wanting it to.
I mean, my thought on this is that, first of all, masculinity and femininity are social constructs. Like, we are the ones who've decided what is femme and masc, and those things can change if we want them to. So inherently, as he likes to say, there is no actual such thing as masculinity and femininity. We have adapted that rhetoric and that type of conversation. And I don't think there's anything wrong with being feminine or masculine. I love to feel feminine. Like, I love to feel girly. I love to blah, blah. And sometimes I give a little mask realness. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything wrong with either or. And people have argued, well, that's his preference. But his preference is rooted in misogyny. Yeah. And at the end of the day, like, you don't have to voice those things out loud and, like, go against women who have muscles. That's so dumb. Like, women can have muscles and be feminine. There's it's not a contradiction of any type.
Yeah, because it's not even like it's his preference. Like, he tries to make it like it's his preference, but he's literally saying, like, the more muscles you have, the more testosterone you have, the less feminine you are, the less woman you are. Like, that's crazy. And Morgan had a lot to say about it. She said, a feminine woman, by the way, And she is. She is T. No, have you guys ever seen these pictures of her? She is a model, so.
I mean, I lived. I thought this was sickening, and she's totally right. Like, she is a femme woman. Just because she happens to be fit, like, he's making it sound like being fit is a sin, y'all. Because she has, like, a little bit of a muscle on her, all of a sudden she's not femme. Like, that's not true at all. I think Morgan looks beautiful, and I thought it was sickening when I saw it on my timeline. So shout out to Morgan for doing her big one.
Yeah, I saw it before I even saw the Yash clip.
Oh, really? I agree with everything Josiane said. Like, she is feminine. She's beautiful. She's a woman. Like, I mean, she looks like a woman. What people would view as what a woman should look like. So it's like, I don't even like. Yash is just a fucking idiot, and when he gets out of the house, he's gonna have like a reality check because people are not gonna like him because of the things he says, because of the beliefs he has, and like Josiane said, that's all a construct. This shit is make believe. You be however you fucking want to be, and if that's how your femininity is, that's your femininity. If that's your masculinity, that's your masculinity. So yeah, fuck him. I can't with him.
Just a man trying to lay there and say what's feminine and what's not kind of aggravates me. But we move.
Like, who are you? Bitch, you want to put on the dress too? Like, you want to be feminine together? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, if that's rooted in science. Like, that claim that if you have more muscles, that means you have more testosterone. I don't think that's scientifically proven. And this is, again, like, misinformation. Like, I don't know where he got that from, but that's not true. And you're sitting here on the house and pretending like that's the law, that you're the law, and that's the truth, when that's not the truth at all. Just because you have more muscles, it does not mean that you have inherently more testosterone.
Yeah.
So, big L on his part.
At all.
Like, it just sounds like a man who's trying to, like, sound smart when you're not.
Yeah, I could definitely see that, because I don't think a lot of men are smart like they like to think. But I just, it's nothing he was saying was rooted in science. It was all rooted in feelings. It's not rooted in anything fucking real. Like, testosterone is not even linked to like the muscles in that way, like more muscles, more testosterone. No, that's not really, because there are women that don't have a lot of testosterone naturally that are bigger than him. He's a fucking dweeb. He's so fucking tiny. So like, that doesn't make sense. And it's also women, again, this, when you get into this conversation, you get into the nuance of everything. It's like, there's women that have more testosterone naturally. That is how they were born. There are men that identify as men that have more estrogen. Like, that's just the scientific of it all. Nobody is the same. We're all not we're all born with a vulva, so we all have the same amount of this and the same. No, that's not how it fucking works. And that's what happens, I think, now with the internet and how these people are viewing the internet. That's their knowledge. That's their news. That they're not doing anything further. They're watching the TikTok, and that's law to them. They're not doing the research, especially young people like him who, when I was in school, they're like Wikipedia and stuff. We can't use that shit. The internet, where there wasn't a whole lot of social media, so we actually had to do the work. We had to go to the library. We had to get references. So when you are growing up and that shit, you don't even know what that shit is. He just taking all this shit on the internet as the truth, as you know, as the law, and he's bringing it into the house and making himself look dumb. I'm surprised nobody has really called him out, like for real, called him out or said something, because it's dumb. It's not just like red pill misogynistic stuff. It's also just stupidity.
Melody was in that room, and she was saying things like "ill," like no, like she was disagreeing with him.
In
Sadly,
her little
she was
cute way, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that here's the issue, and I think this is the struggle, right? The game itself is being played all the time, and so I'm thinking, if I was in the house, like, would I be cussing him out? Like, no, because you're still having to play a game. But like, again, like, there's so much you can do in the context of the game and wanting to better yourself in the house that you have to swallow a few pills. It's not enjoyable. So I'm going to give Melody a bit of a benefit of the doubt, because at least she did say something. Whereas like the men there pretty much like, I think Chuck did kind of like defend women a little bit from what I remember. It's the bare minimum, to be honest, but you know, I won't put too much blame on Melody. Now, if post season she's like, ew, it was gross, and you know what, but like whatever, and like justifying it, then I would have my maybe a few things to say.
And poor Mallory was there too, like, and she is the
She's
type
muscular.
body type of muscle, like she's proud of her body, like you're like Yash is saying all this, and oh my god, it's so cringe. But we move to something completely different. On TikTok, this creator, what's her name? It's me, Tiff, something like that. She said something that a lot of people aren't. I mean, people are talking about it, but they're not really going in deep. And it's most people are just talking about Lyric. This is about Lyric and her like infantilizing herself. I've mentioned it where she like positions herself when she talks to men and like below them, and I think she does that to make herself smaller and make them feel bigger. And she brings up like that she puts her hair in ponytail or pigtails, and she talks to the boys in like a baby voice. She's infantilizing herself. She's acting like a child, and she goes as far as saying that Lyric enjoys this, that it's that maybe like evil spirited or something like that. Like she thinks Lyric, yeah, like that Lyric likes acting like a child. I don't know if I would go that far. I do think it's like her game. Do I like to see it? Not really. It's working. And like I kind of like to see her like play these men as fools, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
It feels gross. It feels like I get the whole wanting to see them do that, but with her, it feels really gross. It feels icky to me. Like, and I do get what she's doing, and I do think that's another thing that's like, you know, how women should be to get men to like the thing that Huda was doing with the triangle. Like, I think that also has to do with you know, like you were saying, make yourself smaller, positioning. Like that's something she probably learned from the internet. And while it does work, it's really like, I mean, if she wins, like I you know, I'm gonna give her 10s, maybe her 9s, 9s and halves. But it feels really icky and demeaning and gross, and it also continues to perpetualize this idea of finding young childlike attributes attractive in a sexual manner, in a romantic manner. And that's a fucking issue. Like everything that's going on in the fucking world, that is such a huge issue, and I think that's why for me it feels really icky and gross.
Yeah.
The way I view it is I do think that every season of Big Brother, or like we're talking about how Big Brother is a microcosm of like America, right? Or the world that the game is being played. And this to me feels like we weren't seeing this shit 3 years, 4 years ago, right? But this has become the norm because that's what we're seeing right now in real time. And so we're having someone like Lyric come into the cast and is being infantilized. Granted, can I truly sit here and say she's doing that on purpose? I haven't heard her say that, so I can't go here and say she's doing it on purpose. I'm not Lyric. Who am I to say, right?
Yeah.
Do I think it might be potentially subconscious as well? Or like things she's maybe heard and she's embodying it? Potentially. So like it's weird to see it in the Big Brother house, but it's not surprising given that that's some of the things we're seeing in America in terms of like having women like baby themselves for men, and men being very weird, like having fantasies about sleeping with students who aren't graduated and being underage. Like this is kind of the America we're dealing with. So I think it is strange though. I think it's weird. Like I just think about like my younger cousins who actually do that because that's their age, and how like men are like romanticizing that and sexualizing that. And we've heard the men on the cast talk about like wanting to be Lyric's protector, like she isn't grown as like it's so weird. It's so weird and it's so strange and it's uncomfortable. And I'm glad that we're having these conversations, but I don't want to just blame it all on Lyric because I don't know how intentional it is. But the men are playing into it because that's the type of shit they like. Yeah. And that speaks more to them than it does necessarily to her.
Exactly, Josie. And I forgot to mention this creator, she does mention like it's not just her. The men, we have to look into them more because they like it and they fall for it. But
yeah, and if
also
she's doing something like that, oh sorry.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
If she's doing something like that and she's in the game and she's getting the reaction like she is and it's working, why wouldn't she continue to do it in the game sense?
Yeah, because it's working. Yeah. I do want to mention one thing. I didn't get the screenshot, but I don't know if you guys saw this moment when Lyric was letting Yash put his feet on her lap. I was like, oh, girl. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it.
It's weird because her again, I don't know. I haven't had her really say in DRs, I'm doing this on purpose, right? She is going to the men, and I think we can all agree on that, including herself. What's interesting is the evolution of this, right? Like flirting with a man to get further in the Big Brother house is nothing new. Like we're calling her, a lot of people are calling her the second hand Allison Irwin. She did her big one, BB4. So it's not a new strategy. It's just how, to me, what's strange is how it's changed from being a man eater, womanizer, like flirting, like type energy, to then like being a child and a baby. Like that's a crazy stark difference. Like yes, they're flirting, but they're the approach of it and how the men are reacting is very different.
Yeah, because it's like I can get behind the femme fatale of it all, but that's not what she's doing. She is like, so that's why it's a way to do it, you know, and it's a way that some reality stars have done it, have, you know, manipulated men and made them feel like, you know, it's that their game relies on them and that they need them and all that stuff without doing what she's doing. And I do agree with what Josiane is saying. Like, it doesn't seem like it's like intentional. What I think, again, I don't know her. What it seems like to me is this is how she works in the outside world. Like if she wants to get something from a man, she knows how to do it. And because she's in the game and she need these niggas to like her and want to keep her, that's just what she's going to. So that's because I know some women that they don't do the exact like infantilized thing, but they do, you know, in real world, if they want something from a nigga, they put on a face. They do, you know, they do certain things to their makeup and they talk a certain way and then they get things from them. And then, you know, so that's what I believe. But again, I don't know her. I'm just fucking talking and spectating.
I feel like who hasn't used their feminine ways to get away with something or get something?
Well, yes. Am I guilty? You know what? God has blessed me. Being a woman is hard. Girl, let me tell you something. Being a woman is hard, right? Let's break it down for a moment. If I'm getting ready for a date, you guys, I'm booking 4 hours of my life. I'm getting myself together. I'm doing a deep clean. I'm doing my makeup. I'm doing my hair. I'm looking good. I'm looking nice. I'm maybe getting an outfit. A man just has to shower and show up. We are not the same. So if I'm blessed with some assets after working 4 hours, best believe I'm going to use it. Like, are you kidding me? Like, amen. That to me is reparations.
That is amen. Now, I totally fucking agree.
Yes. Mary Duda says, D, you fading. I disagree. I think D is just a different type of using her flirtatious ways. She doesn't do the infantilizing. She does more of the seductive. I don't know how to seductive. Yeah.
And you know what? It's crazy because I'm gonna say also I think Lyric might also be using again, I don't know her family life, but her dad is the successful person. I don't really know his jizz or his tea or whatever.
He was a one-hit wonder, yeah.
Yeah, and if in her life she was daddy's little girl and she used to be like, please, daddy, please, like with her father, and that seems to work. It would not be surprising to me if that is also how she And I think the thing is that there are a lot of stuff that happens to us as children that impact us and how we do other things in life. And if you want to get your way and like pouting and like looking up and like tilting your head is your way of getting what you want, and that's always been your life, then it would not be surprising to me that she has now done this and it works for men.
Yeah.
It's strange, but it wouldn't be surprising to me. Now, Dee's a fucking baddie. Yeah. Despite how I'm feeling about her in the game, Dee is a baddie. That's the law. That's the law. She's a baddie. And she gives very much like she gives woman to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Lyric's giving girl, baby, child, Dee's giving woman. And she's confident and she knows Dee has this like, she knows she's a bad bitch. She knows. Mm-hmm. So it's like, that's probably why she's carrying herself the way she does. Whereas Lyric, it has to be like, I need to be cute, which is like weird. Like you can also be both too.
Yeah, Dee just knows how to do it. She's not even like, there's girls that are hot and they know it, and they know it. But Dee is like, she doesn't, like, we know she knows it, but it's not like egotistical. Like she like
it doesn't feel like she leads life by her attractiveness, like some people do. Right. I think is what you're trying to say.
Yeah. Okay. The next thing is Frankie Grande. His sister just came out with a new album, didn't he? Or didn't she?
And I did stream.
But we're not here to talk about his sister. What's her name? We're here to talk about Frankie. He decided to have some comments to say about Kamu whenever Kamu did his miss me with all that drag shit or whatever he said. A lot of people had things to say, but
he has a reputation to uphold.
Yeah, I specifically wanted to bring up Frankie because in this tweet he says like, get these homophobic bigots out of the effing house immediately. This conversation makes me sick to my stomach. I'm disgusted. When he has done some disgusting stuff, like he has said some disgusting things. Have you guys heard of what he has said?
No, tell us.
If not, I will show you. Again, I'm just gonna show a little bit of it. But I think it's like almost immediately, and it's a long clip, guys. It's a long clip. I'm not gonna show the whole thing. But
please don't make love to Victoria tonight. You know, she was very feisty. You're gonna be drunk.
I don't know. I think you should double team her.
He would ruin her.
Take her.
There would be blood all over the place.
I think you should take all of her virginities in one night.
Oh no, that is so foul.
And then it gets worse. Like I'm gonna forward it.
Oh, dude, that's terrible. That is terrible. That's
Get the beer goggles for these guys.
Like it gets bad, guys. Like
oh my god. Oh god. This makes me feel very
I'm laughing because it's so like uncomfortable.
Yeah. Hundo. Wow.
And I don't know how he thinks that like to be able to, I can't. Do you guys have words to say?
I think what's interesting here is you only feel bad, I guess, when it's your group that's effective, if that makes sense. Like, right now, from my understanding, I didn't watch the whole video, right? I watched just as much as everyone else did. To me, it's because the Victoria, who they're talking about, is a woman, right? Mm-hmm. Frankie doesn't fall under that group, so he doesn't understand how offensive that could be and how problematic it could be. whereas he is a gay man. Mm-hmm. And so when he's seeing the behavior and including, and that's also his friend, it's close to home, then he has a lot to say. I want to say this. Do I think that people need to be held accountable for things they did in the past? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And so I don't think I can speak to Frankie in the sense of like, just because he did this in the past does not mean that what he's saying right now isn't valid either. I don't love like, oh, well, you used to say this. Let's hold him accountable for that, but let's also hear him on this point and hold Kamu accountable for how he's treating Jason. I think both are weird, but you can't come on a platform, and this is a problem with a lot of BB alum, no shade, if a hit dog gon' holler, okay? They sit on this high horse and they pretend that they're saints and that they've done nothing fucking wrong in their entire lives, and then they get their shit on blast, and it's like, well, and they make excuses. If you want people to take accountability, start by taking also the steps to take accountability.
I don't know if he's ever apologized to Victoria, but like he was insinuating, maybe he has in private, but he was like insinuating in this clip like that they should get her drunk and for the R word and doing these motions of fingering her basically as the what's the thing called as the robot, I forget his name. Zingbot. As Zingbot for some reason. I don't know.
And I do,
but I agree with you, Josiane.
Yeah, I was gonna say same thing. I agree, Josiane. I think people should be held accountable for things that they do. It doesn't matter if it's in the past. It doesn't matter if it's 10 years, because when it's certain things that pop up for certain celebrities every couple years. And it's like, yeah, because there's new people on the internet and these new people don't know the horrible shit you've done. And now you got to talk to them if you want to gain them as fans and as followers or whatever. So yeah, I feel like you should be held accountable. If you have to apologize 1,000 times for some fucked up shit you did, okay, that's your penance. Like, why is that such a big deal to just say, I fucked up, my bad, I apologize for this before, but like, let me say it again to the people that are new to me. Let me say it again to the people that are just watching. I want to apologize for this. I have apologized before, but my viewpoints right now on this is still the same, and it's still valid, and it still matters, because what he's saying is true and it's valid. And it's just like, why can't we do two things at once? People act like we can't hold two people accountable at once. We can. It's very within our wheelhouse.
Yes.
He does. Go for it.
I was just gonna say he does end up posting a video. I don't know if he posted
the messiest place in the world.
Sorry, I didn't mean to click that. He talks about basically he went on Twitter and he regrets it. And he's not going to go back to Twitter, but he does end up going back to Twitter.
Okay, let me get into this clip.
I don't know how long it is. Oh, it's like almost a minute.
Okay. But play as much as you want, I guess.
Is it going to play?
Never. Messiest place in the world. I'm never going on again. I'm never going on again. I made a mistake. I opened X and I opened my mouth.
Not him calling it X.
I can't stop now. So I'm not engaging anymore. No more engagement. It's hard for me because after leaving the show and then getting sober, I've been nothing but an advocate for the LGBTQ plus community. And, so seeing things like that and seeing people in the house that are definitely homophobic, it's just hard for me. It always is. And I should not engage on X because that's where homophobia is honestly the worst. So, bye.
Okay. That's the message you got. Don't go on there no more because they're going to try to hold me accountable for some shit. I mean,
and we didn't even bring it up.
I didn't see personally, right, at all. And I do believe it's a cesspool on the internet, every corner of the internet, that they probably were saying some homophobic shit to him. Some people were, but like I know he didn't just see that, because I saw all the vitriol and the posts, people putting receipts and videos of him, like the video you just played in his mentions. So like, that's such a fucking cop out. I hate when celebrities do that.
It's weird because like like Twitter before Elon Musk, while they're probably the same amount of people, it's a different place. So I can understand why people don't want to keep using the app and are choosing to go to Blue Sky, going to Threads. You know, I've gotten so comfortable with X that I just stay on it. I've tried the Blue Sky thing. I'm not that active. Still follow me though. I've tried Threads. I've just built such a community from Twitter that it's hard to translate that elsewhere. But that's not his reasoning, right? He's saying it's homophobia. Now, if it really is, only he really knows his intention. If it's truly because of the homophobia, I think it's really weird. I think it's really weird that people are coming for him for advocating for his friend. Now, if he's using homophobia as an scapegoat and not a place to take accountability because he is also being held on accountable on Twitter, I think it's a shame, right? Like, you want to talk about advocacy and you want to talk about actions. All actions have consequences, positive or negative. And you are a public figure. You have done things on the live feeds. Own up to it. I would have so much respect. And it's not just Frankie. It's people like Andy. Shoot me. I'm being real. They come on the platform, they're angry, and they have the right to be angry about homophobia. If anyone will understand it, it's them. But for them to sit here and act like they haven't done their part and are asking for people to take accountability, potentially rioting people up, but then when people come to them and say, well, what about this? You want to speak about accountability, you want to stand here in the light and you want to put the light on other people, then stand here and own your shit. And you can still do both. You can still say, I shouldn't have said that when I was on BB16. That was wrong of me. I've learned from that, and I apologize again publicly because I said those things publicly, but I do not want you to let this deter you from the fact that there's homophobia taking place. And just like me, I recognize that people have to take accountability. And we would all be living for it. And people are going to troll. People are going to troll regardless on what platform they're on. But don't sit here and want to put the light on others and not stand in the light yourself.
I feel like these previous house guests have to realize it's kind of like Mariah Carey. It comes every year. The new Big Brother comes. And if you want to voice your opinions about people doing bad stuff, you're going to have to also do it again and apologize again because everyone's going to bring it up. Like, you did something bad 6-10 years ago, and maybe they're just sick of always like apologizing, but it is what it is. Like, that's like, people are going to hold you accountable.
I haven't heard him apologize. That don't mean he hasn't, especially like to the person he should have apologized to. So we can't say whether, or I can't say personally whether or not he did apologize. It just, from all the vitriol and everything, for this to be his like response, I feel like it's lacking a lot. It's lacking some type of, just maybe not even, I'm not even gonna say accountability, just like acknowledgement,
Yeah.
It's hard because like I've been very blessed that my Twitter feed is the way it is, that the community I have I've been on Twitter since 2013. My account got deleted because they found out my age when I was supposed to be 13 and I was 12 when I signed up. So they deleted my account and I brought it back. But I've been very privileged and blessed to be surrounded by Big Brother fans who think similarly as me, and like my algorithm is more catered so I don't have to deal with stuff. But when you're a public figure, I can't help you must have trolls, and that's the price of it, and it's not fair. You shouldn't have to deal with the price of people just being rude and hateful, but it does come with the territory. And I'm just curious if there's also like ways to like protect yourself, and if that means getting off Twitter. But there are good people and good spaces on Twitter, so I don't want to talk about Twitter like it's this nasty place when I know for a fact that's not the case. So I mean, to each their own, and he came back to Twitter. He kept doing his big one, and I've liked some tweets. I think I maybe have retweeted one of Frankie's tweets. So hey, like, I'm not sending you no hate, so it's all good. So I mean, hey, to each their own with their relationship on Twitter. I can't take that away.
Yeah, he had something to tweet, I think today, and I liked it because I agreed with him.
I have seen him tweet. I have seen this guy tweet a lot.
That other girl said she was quitting Twitter, and they be coming right back. Like, come on now.
And the next thing we have to talk about is where is it? Here. The Ashleys had a little interview. Ashley interviewed Ashley, and there was specifically one part of the interview that was going around. It is Taylor she insulted Ashley that was in the house, and said something about her being an IEP child. And I'll just play the clip for you guys where Ashley.
What does that even mean? I've never heard that in my life.
IEP is like individual educated person or something like that. Do you know more, Aja?
My son has an EIP because he has ADHD. So it's early intervention program, and it's basically what they get special time. Like if they are feeling overwhelmed or they just need a break, they're able to have that time like somewhere else. Like my son goes to like one of the counselors at the dean's office. So it's just, that's really just what it is. It gives the kids that need it like a break if they need a break.
And Taylor is a counselor, so they were like, Ashley. I'll just play the clip for you guys, and I think it'll start once I click. Yeah.
Okay.
Seen the clip of Taylor. I don't know if you and Taylor were friends in the house or what happened, but I don't know if you see the clip where she kind of compared you to someone with a disability. How do you feel about that?
I didn't see that.
Were you guys friends in the house? Were you surprised by those claims?
So the crazy thing is that whenever you're in the Big Brother house, yes, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors and what conversations people are having game-wise, but also personal-wise. I was in there for a week. I didn't think that anybody was going to start targeting my character, me as a person, not even just gameplay. So whenever I saw that clip, wow, was I like completely, jaw dropped, shocked, because even whenever I was talking to her in the game, like, I kind of did feel like a cold shoulder. You can always pick up on vibes, and if I were to say something, I would kind of hear like a mumble of, "Oh my gosh, whatever." It's easy to just push that aside, like, you don't get me.
Yeah.
But like hearing what she had to say about me was super shocking, because I did have a personal chat with her about what she does for her job and how like it must be so hard and overwhelming hearing like kids' struggles and dealing with whatever. And by the way, like, what just a crazy assumption to make about somebody. I can go ahead and set the record straight. I did pretty well in school. I'm like, how do I debunk this? Like, everything's fine. I'm not really quite diagnosed. So I don't know. Like, I'm like, how do I set the record? All I know is that it's not a warm feeling to hear somebody say that about you. And I think it's just a really outlandish thing to say.
Yeah. So it's safe to say you guys probably won't be friends after this show. I think that's...
Yeah, I try not to hold hard feelings against anybody, but...
Yeah. No love lost there. No love lost there.
Hey, I wonder one something.
Can I ask a question before we get into it?
Yeah.
The way, Asia, you described IEP to me did not seem like a negative thing or an insult.
It's fucking not. That's
so
my point.
My question...
Ashley seems like she probably had one too.
So my question is, how did the clip of Taylor... The clip of Taylor, is she like, how is she going about saying it? Because if someone tells me I have an IEP, I don't think that's a negative thing at all, or an insult or a slur. So I'm just asking the question so that I could.
I didn't see the clip.
Okay.
I
haven't even seen the clip.
I can't even remember like the way, but to me, like I said it before, I said it about, I think, Corbin on that other show. So it's like, it's just literally, it's just extra time. It's not a special ed type of thing where they have to go and they learn separate. It's not nothing like that. It's literally just, they need some time. And like I said, my son, like ADHD, this nigga be going off the rails sometimes. And like, that's just, and as a counselor, she could probably see some things back then when she was a kid. They probably wasn't doing it as much as like they do it now. Cause like the whole mental health thing and diagnosing kids earlier is like a fairly newer thing, but it really wasn't, to me, that's like a lighthearted thing. Like, oh, you needed breaks often because you was doing a lot, or you needed to slow down. So, I mean, yeah, I could understand her feeling like, damn, that's kind of, but it's not, I don't think it's that big of a deal to like talk about it in the way they're talking about it. Like she called her the R word. That's how I feel like they're talking about it.
Yeah. It's kind of like, for a personal example, I was in ESL whenever I was in elementary school. If somebody were to tell me like, oh, you sound like you had ESL or you were in ESL, I wouldn't take that as like a dig. I'd be like, yeah, I was. Okay.
So I did my education entirely in French. So I think the equivalent of what you've described as PAE for like the French Canadian system, I don't quote me on that. But to me, if we talk about equity, people have different needs to feel on the same ground level, right? If someone needs extra time, who cares? Like, who cares? It's to help them move forward, right? And the way Ashley, and I'm talking about BB27 Ashley, says it is that she says that Taylor says that she has a disability. I don't think you need to have a disability, correct me if I'm wrong, to have a what's the word? EIP? An EIP? Is that the word? IEP, Lord forgive me, sorry.
I think it's IEP. I get it mixed up all the time. You know what the fuck we talking about.
Well, you know, the extra time. I'm just going to say extra time. I don't think you need to have a disability to have extra time. I think that might be rooted in potentially a stigma. And then we're using and reviewing it necessarily as a negative way, and then we're placing it that. I don't know how Taylor said it. So maybe that's also what Taylor was trying to imply. I didn't see the clip, so I can't sit here and really talk about it in full knowledge and feel comfortable stating an opinion. But if she just said it to say it, and now we're implying something more to it, when that might not have been the attention and it's not a negative thing, then I think we're taking it to a place that's problematic. So I mean, who cares? At the end of the day, who cares? Ashley, what Ashley should have done is she should have said, you know what? I didn't talk to Taylor. I'm gonna ask her. I know she works with children, so I'm gonna wait until I get out of the house. Obviously, we wouldn't be talking about it because it wouldn't be messy. But I don't know. It's hard because I haven't seen the clip, but I don't think it's a bad thing. And I feel like we're making it. This conversation is making it a bad thing, which is also very problematic. That's just my.
I think maybe she got DMs where people were like, she called you an IEP kid. She said that you were an IEP, and she probably took all of that and then
ran with
that
it.
made her think it was a bad thing. I don't.
Yeah, because she probably doesn't know much about it, like just offer. Because people, like I said, I know only because my son has it. Like otherwise, I probably wouldn't know. So she probably didn't know what it was until this moment. And I mean, it really doesn't take much, like Googling to figure out what it is. And I do think Taylor said it as like a dig, like, you know, she seemed like she needed extra help, you know what I mean? But I don't think it was meant like, again, like saying that she necessarily had a disability or anything like that. I think they're taking it further than how she meant it. But again, I can't say how exactly she meant it, but it definitely seemed like she was saying, like, you know, Ashley she seemed like she needed extra help. And as a person that has said that before about somebody, that's exactly what I mean. He seemed like a kid that needed some extra time to figure his shit out.
It's hard because, like, at the end of the day, I'm sure what Taylor wanted to say was probably meaner potentially, and she might have thought, I'm saying it this way to be kind. Because if she would have said, oh, again, I'm not saying this, but she's like, oh, she's so freaking dumb. Then be like, oh my God, that's, you know what I mean? So how can you call someone stupid in a nice way? Maybe that was her way of doing it. I have no idea. I don't think it's justifiable. But, you know, will they be besties after this? Probably not. And I think Ashley should have a conversation with her, because I think we're pushing a stigma and making special education seem like a bad thing when it's not.
I think BB28
that's not even special education, but they are putting those two together, and neither one of them are bad things. Neither one of them are bad things. Some people are born a certain way, and they need to learn a different way. Some people, like, again, need some time to be by themselves or whatever. Like, it's and again, I don't think it has to be. My son is diagnosed with ADHD, but I I'm pretty sure not all the kids are diagnosed with something. Like sometimes kids are going through stuff at home and then it translated at school for a certain amount of time and, you know, they help them get through it. Like, it's not just about that. But again, this is the bigger conversation we have to have because of what Taylor said. And I definitely do think, again, I do think she meant it as a slight, but it's I don't know if she was to explain it, because I'm like, I feel like I'm kind of like speaking for her because I'm talking about how I mean it. But because again, like with certain diagnoses, like if you see somebody that's like 30 and they just like talking, not even like they're dumb, but they're just like they're hyper, or they don't know how to sit down, or they fidget. That has nothing to do with their intelligence. But for me, I might see that person and be like, did you have an EIP? And it's not like, no, you're dumb. It's just, damn, you can't sit your ass down. But again, I'm speaking from my perspective. I don't know how Taylor is going to explain it, because she may say, oh yeah, I thought she was dumb. And then it's going to be like, okay, now I can't even, I can't say shit. Now we got to hold you accountable for that, because that's fucked up.
I think BB28 Ashley is gonna be friends with Taylor, honestly. Like, when BB27 Ashley asked her, but like, I'm thinking you're not gonna be friends then. Like, I think she was just trying to be messy, because honestly, BB28 Ashley, it kind of her response kind of gave like, no, I'm not gonna have beef with her. Like, it's like water off my shoulder. Like, I don't think she's taking it that serious.
Yeah.
The next clip I have is honestly a random clip that started going viral. I don't know how people found it. Have you guys seen this clip of Melody?
Was she talking to a man? Because I think she was talking to a man, and I immediately was like, I'm not interested in listening to Melody.
You're about to watch it.
Oh, shit. Well, here we are.
It's weird.
Josie said a man, no way. Yuck.
Yuck. I like men, but damn, we in a shit time.
Buckle your seatbelts. Here we go.
She's buckled.
Brother.
I love you. You have too much stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We can either have a loving, long relationship full of great sex, or you can choose all of your stuff.
And that's it.
Is it a skit? Is it a skit?
I think it's like a TikTok. Like, it's supposed
but like,
to be
was there a script written?
Yeah, I think it was scripted. I think it was scripted.
Because if no, but this feels like a humiliation ritual. Now let me explain.
For who?
Because for her, for me, for us, for all of us, like, who've had to witness this. Hey, I don't know the context of this clip. But her having this thing, you can either pick me and our sex, or your stuff. I was like, why do you even have to like leverage yourself in this world? Like, I don't know, I'm getting secondhand embarrassment. I really hope it's just a skit, but without the context, it's a little wild.
It's a skit. Like, she has told us that she's a comedian and that she does stand up. I think she said.
Oh, so I forgot that.
Yeah, so I think this is like, she made this skit and told a guy to sit down. I don't even know if that's her boyfriend.
Right. Like, these skits, it could be some nigga she found out in the alley and was like, hey, here's $10. Come sit down and let me demean you. Let me talk to you like this. I don't like this type of internet skits and stuff, because I see wives and girlfriends all the time do these where they're talking to their boyfriends, husbands, like their children, you know, and they're like, and then they also bring the sex into it, which then makes it really weird, because you're talking to them like that's your child, and then you're leveraging sex. I don't like it. It's icky. It's gross. And again, this type of stuff perpetualizes actual real things, and being a wife, girlfriend, or whatever, and having to be a mom, or you choosing to do that shit, choosing to be a mom to this grown-ass person. And I feel like a lot of women think that they have to do that, or that's just part of it. That's just part of this whole thing, this whole relationship. Like, that's part of being with a man. It's part of being heterosexual. You know, you have to train them. You have to teach them. You have to, you know, tell them to turn the lights off and put the toilet seat down. No, the fuck you don't. I tell my sons that. They're 9 and 11. That's not, no, you don't do that shit with a grown man. It's gross. I don't like it.
You guys, I forgot she wants to be a comedian. This is serving very much wine. This is serving Lele Pons, King Batch, Vine era. Like, please, like, free us.
Oh, wait,
free
I
us.
found
It's not even original.
Those hook things from like those old comedies where you pull them off the stage. That's what I want to do to this video.
Or
like,
the Apollo where they sweep them niggas. They sweep them niggas off the stage. That's what you need. Because she is no way she's funny.
They keep saying she's not funny. They haven't heard a single joke that's funny.
She ain't told a joke yet.
The next clip I got for you guys is a quick little clip. And it's Haley. It's randomly Haley. Easy said I should show this. So if y'all aren't interested, blame Easy. Here we go.
When in doubt, blame Easy.
The Greek, he's Greek. He lives in Miami, but he was on Temptation Island.
There we go. So
do we know which one?
I don't know. I don't know which one. But she has an ex that was on Temptation Island.
Low-key, that kind of tells me a lot, though. Because have you guys ever watched? I don't know when y'all started watching Temptation Island. I was watching it before it got on Netflix. I'm talking old days, grimy, nasty, dirty Temptation Island. I'm talking season 1, season 2, dirty Temptation Island. And every time I sit there and I watch these shows, or even like Ultimatum, I sit here and I go, could never be me. Never be me. Could never have me and my ex or anyone that I've dated go on that show. I think that kind of low-key says a lot about her ex and her as well. Because how'd you end up finding a man who's going on Temptation Island being buck nasty dirty? I don't even know who his ex is, and I don't even care to know. Because that show is wild.
I think she said that he only lasted like 2 episodes, I think.
Oh, so he must have been one of those guys trying to break up a couple and couldn't do it. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, Bombshell before Bombshells?
Yeah.
Do they do Bombshells? I don't think so.
So they have the men come on the show and the women come on the show and they do like those introductions, which always make me awkward. Yeah. And then they go into the house and then they eliminate them. So if he was up until episode 2, they probably did his intro for episode 1, and then episode 2 is when he got the boot. So he wasn't there for long.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's some
shout out Easy, I guess. Let's get into the actual real tea about her. Let's get into the other thing.
The more important thing is this clip that came out today. Today. Jason had some words to say, and credit to Rob Has a Podcast because they did the interview.
Kamu, the big MMA faithful man, the millionaire in D, right? The country Texas cowboy Chuck, I could go on. I have so much more about the
Haley.
But I mean, I don't know if you saw the live feeds, but she revealed to me that she's an anti-vaxxer. So, that isn't it so interesting how the people in power were just so threatened by the drag queen. And that's a headline I've read for years, right? And so, again, it's a reflection of America. And
yeah. Sorry to cut you off, Jason, but I cut him off right there.
I mean, can I just? Rob is so messy, boots. Like I live. No, he's gotten messier. But to be fair, once you have Jeff Probst ask you in person, "Do you hate me?" I feel like you get nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying? So, Kamu's first of all. Jason's run, I watched all of his exit interviews with like Sharon, with Mike, like anywhere I could see a Jason interview I went, because I just wanted to get his perspective and stuff, and like watching him discover stuff. But finding out that Haley is anti-vax, I said, oh, like, we're just letting anybody into the house. Like, Okay, like that. You know what, the anti-vax stuff, I've never heard the other side of that conversation, their reasoning. I'm not interested, to be honest, but it just shows to you how much the producers like don't care about like certain values or morals or anything. Anybody can get into the house. But to be fair, it's kind of always been that way. It's just really weird to see it in 2026. Like like the homophobes, we've seen it before. You know what I mean? But at least when we were seeing it in BB2 and Ken's calling himself a homophobe and then he ends up being friends with Bunky, like at least he owns it and then he ends up changing his ways. Instead, we had to see this whole week listening to Kamu, who's been problematic before, get his way and have, unfortunately, Jason go under his HOH. Like, I like when Big Brother has an arc of like learning from one another. I was actually thinking about putting a clip of there's Adele and Kyle from Big Brother Canada 2, and they have a moment where Kyle learns about Adele's religion and being a Muslim man. And I remember that being like the first time I was hearing that conversation and seeing that exchange. I love it when Big Brother has that moment of like education and learning. I feel like we still see it in Big Brother Canada. I don't think it's the same thing with Big Brother US, unfortunately. I feel like they were forced to with the cookout. And then from the cookout, we saw Dave Vaughn as well have like a moment of explanation. But ever since then, they haven't been interested in the education part. But we keep platforming these people, and there's no like learning from one another or stuff like that. So it's like it feels that when we're having these people come on the show, it feels really harmful because people aren't here to like learn and like from one another, and while they're here to kind of perpetuate hate or biases or stereotypes that they already have against people who are in the house, who are kind of helpless and already in a bad position. That's why we had the mandate of 50% POC cast, and ever since they've gone back, we've seen the effects of it clear as light and day.
Yeah. I would like to say, I'd like to add Jag in there, because I do think Jag had a moment of like talking about his culture, his religion. But yeah, we're going back now. We're reversing a little bit, and we're gonna talk about.
Wait, I want to say something.
Okay. Yes.
It was because I want to agree with everything Josiane said, and it's not just that Kamu got him out on the HOH, got what he wanted. It's that he said he wanted to ostracize him, even said something about ruining his career, and that was it was more than just game. That's more than just game, because why do you have to ostracize somebody when you believe you have the votes, which you did, to get this person out? Why do you have to ostracize them and make them feel alone when like they already are alone? That was really like that's hate. Like that's hatred. That's not just, oh, I want to get them out from my game, because you could use that mask or whatever if you would like to, but you can't when you say things like, I want to ostracize this person, I want to leave this person by himself, I want to ruin his career in the outside world. That's just plain hatred, and there's no excuse for that. And it's fuck Kamu.
I want to fuck Kamu. I want to address Mary's comment, because I do think I do like what she's saying. If you don't mind me pressing it.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I agree. I don't think anyone should. I've had this conversation with someone about whether it's Black people's responsibility or job to educate others. And I've heard people say, well, like, if I want to teach someone else and educate them, then I want to do that, and I should be allowed to do that. And I've heard people say, I don't need to educate you. Like, you should be doing that on your own. And I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. I don't think anyone should be forced to teach anyone by any means. But when we're bringing people of all walks of life, I remember growing up and liking those moments of common ground.
Yeah.
But again, it shouldn't be thrusted or forced upon someone to feel like they have to educate someone or demystify misinformation and things like that. So I don't mean, when I'm saying my comment about like I enjoy those common ground moments, I like it when two people are coming in with an open mind and an open heart and are willing to learn from one another. Whereas like, no shade to Kamu, but like he's clearly not interested in getting to know Jason on a personal level and learning like what he does anyways. So he's saying stuff like he wants to isolate him, ruin his career. That to me is malicious and mean-spirited, which is so ironic given that he's giving us a Bible verse every DR when he's voting to evict someone. Like, to me, it feels a little like hypocrisy.
1,000%. And the thing is, those Bible toters like that, they're usually not good people. They use the Bible as a fucking weapon. They don't actually try to follow because I mean, there's some good ideals up in there, and they don't actually try to follow those. They use it as a weapon to validate their beliefs, to validate their hatred, to validate their disdain for certain people, and that's all that is typically used for. It's not actually, be good to all people, accept all people, give the shirt off your back. It's not that type of, that's not really how they feel. They just they pick and choose out of that big ass book what parts they're going to apply to their life, or they're going to use to try to make people feel bad or wrong, or like they're going to go to eternal damnation if they don't believe what you believe. And I mean, it's not uncharacteristic of those type of people.
I mean, we can continue to drag Kamu later because he will be brought back up.
Yeah, that's gonna be even longer. We can talk about him for a minute, child.
And I would like to also shout out Alex JD for the $5. He says, he or she says, or they say, hello, queens and reinas.
Yes. Come on, languages.
The next thing that we have to say, I'll just quickly say, Quinn, Taylor, Andy, and Jimmy, they were supporting, or more like hating on Kamu and supporting Jason because of the whole miss me with the drag stuff. And I think some of them had stuff to say, or I don't know if they did, but Twitter had things to say about Devin's not, like, just letting Kamu say the stuff. Yeah. And then more importantly, or let me go to it. This is Tommy. Tommy, he had to say, what he had to say was, some of the alumni speaking out in support of Jason should take a look in the mirror because they did the same thing to the gay on their respective season. It's giving hypocrisy. It's giving herd mentality, is giving performative.
I know Tommy's ass, and you know what? And you know what? I fuck the being demure for a moment. I know Tommy's not speaking. This is what I mean. How can you sit here and call out other alumni while you have skeletons in your closet that are wide open? It's insane. It's insane. How can you sit here when you're on BB28? And we saw how that went. We saw you, if anything, we saw you do what happened to Rome happened to Nicole. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy to me. You can't sit here and try to call out alumni when you are just as guilty. Just because it didn't happen to just because you didn't do it to another gay person doesn't mean that you didn't do the exact same thing. And you're gonna stand on your platform and act like you didn't do that. That to me is insane. That's crazy. Like, you can't sit here and act like the high horse. You want to call people and bring them to the light. Stand in the light. Stand in the truth. But then you get mad when people call you out for shit. Like, it's wild.
I was gonna include the clip, but I did not include the clip. It was too long, I think, and I was just like, I haven't seen the season, so I don't know if it's that important to put in there. Asia, you were gonna say something?
Yeah, I don't. This is even more egregious than what Frankie said, because it's like, you're from the season with Camp POC, and you stood there and like didn't, from what my recollection, did not object to none of the racist shit that was happening in the very beginning of the fucking game. Never stood up and said anything and to stand up for Kimmy, to stand up for Dave, to stand up for any of the POC in there when they were like explicitly being targeted. Like that was a thing. They were targeted. And I also think that out of the seasons that have gay people on them that are a lot of times gay or trans or queer people on it, that they are ostracized or unless you're a gay woman, because that's but I don't feel like he was targeted or ostracized or anything on that season. From what I saw, for him being gay, he had a pretty good time on the season. He was in the upper echelon for how far did he make it? Did he make it to jury? Like, so it's like, this is insane for him to say when you said in one of the most racist seasons of Big Brother and you just didn't say shit. But now you want to speak up and be like, oh, other people that were on the season before, like he's specifically talking about certain people. I want him to say names, like put it all on the floor, because he's trying to put other people on blast. And it's like, baby, what? Have you not seen your season?
And I did include he responded to someone who responded to him, and it said, thank you. It's so fucking annoying and honestly triggering for me. And I was just like, I feel like, triggering is
a choice.
Yeah. Choice.
It's a choice. And here's the thing. Again, I don't want to sit here and say part of what he's saying isn't true, right? You could still be in the wrong and still have a bit of truth. There are alumni who are catering to fans. There are. It is what it is, right? Like you want the fans to like you. I get it. You were on the show. This potentially can help your livelihood. You want to get the people on your side. You want to be the people's princess. I get it. I'm not saying that's not true. But for you to sit there and act like you didn't play your part on your season and that you have not tried to cater to fans, to me, it's a bit wild and it's a bit hypocritical. I think you should say, I think you should be a little bit more specific. If you're going to generalize, then yes, we're going to bring up your past. But you should be saying, you know what? Like, I think some of you guys, or why don't you just message the alumni in the first place? Like, the issue, no shade, but the alumni, again, people love it. We get to talk about it. It's great. But it's like, y'all bitches don't have each other's numbers. Like, hello? Like, why can't you just message someone and be like, and just be like, oh, like, dude, what's going on? Or y'all don't have private group chats where you could say this in the comfort of your friend group? Like, why you gotta put this on the internet? Like, this to me is crazy, because then you're gonna be held accountable, and rightfully so, and then you're gonna feel like, oh, but you're not hearing me though. No, the issue is you're kind of being a hypocrite. It doesn't mean that you're not saying the truth, but you're being a hypocrite, so it's hard to ignore those blaring red flags. And then you're sitting here and acting like you ain't play your part, that you didn't cast any fucking stones too. Like, it's kind of crazy.
And you know he does have I really don't like about this shit? Sorry. It's the fact that he's taken this moment when people are talking about what Jason had to deal with in the house and making it about himself and some other mysterious people that he don't want to name. This all should be about Jason. It's nothing in there that says he in support of Jason. It says some of the alumni out in support of Jason. Just take a look at him. Like he changed the whole point narrative of this topic, the face of the topic, and he turned it into some other bullshit to be messy or to throw shots at somebody else, when this takes away from the fucking point that what Jason had to deal with. And those people should be fucking supporting him. Maybe they did some shit wrong in the house and they should also take accountability for that, but that doesn't mean that they can't support him now. People do change. I mean, like, I know we hold people to this standard, but like, people can actually change. I don't think everybody can. Not everybody can. Most people cannot self-reflect and change. But some people do change, and you have to give them room to change. And I don't think you can give people room to change or to take accountability when you throw in like these subliminal shots out anyways. This is about Jason. This is about his treatment on BB28. This is about fuck Kamo. This is not about you.
It's weird because it's like right message, wrong person. He should not be the one coming on Twitter and saying this. Like, hey, free speech and all, whatever. I don't, argue. But like, it's just knowing what you've done. It's crazy that you're the one who wants to take this stance. I'm not saying it's not a valid stance, but it's kind of crazy. And to be honest, I have yet to see Tommy take accountability for his actions. Maybe he's done it. It hasn't been across my screen. So it feels a little wild and crazy and out of place, low key. And it's selective allyship, and that means performative. If you want to be a person of the people, be it for every community. I'm an ally for Black people. I'm an ally for women. I'm an ally for the LGBTQIA plus community. Like I'm not selective. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's really weird. Like it's so strange that this is the hill you want to die on.
This like Alessandro says, write in a journal. Pick up journaling.
Hallelujah. Let's get back to writing on documents. And I'm going to sound like that dad from Let It Shine. Let's take away the phones and start writing. Let's start taking the pens to the papers. Let's stop tweeting and let's start reading. This is too much. Like, it's too much.
But somebody that went on Twitter was Rome. He actually is supporting Jason as usual. He was always supporting Jason. He says, I hope to never see Jason in person until finale night, but I want to give him the biggest hug right now. He told me he doesn't go outside of his drag space often, so it was heartbreaking having to watch this clip that confirmed his fears. And then in a TikTok where they were showing the tea party, he says, and they called me the villain. Are we sure?
Rome was never a villain, I don't think. I think the whole beta shit confused the fuck out of me. And he going out and he's inclusive. He's all I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it to you. I didn't know I was very confused by the way he was talking, but I just think that maybe he didn't say what he meant. Because betas is, I don't think that's what he actually meant. But however, I do love how Rome is very supportive of Jason and has been supportive of Jason and really the people of color in the house. And I never saw him as a villain, even from the fucking edit that they show on CBS. Like, he didn't seem like a villain. So I don't know where that came from. And I'm glad Jason has some people on the outside, especially somebody that was in the house with him that does support him, because this was so disgusting to watch. And I can't imagine being in a space like that where he clearly stays in his safe space, like he said, with his drag community. And if you do that, I feel like people that stick so close to their safe space like that, he probably has been through a lot of traumatic experiences, people that weren't his safe space, people that did hate who he was, and that's where he found his solace in. And he goes into this environment, and now like Rome said, his fears are confirmed, and now he got to watch that shit back. So I'm glad he has Rome, and I'm glad he has the support of, you know, so many other people on the internet, because this was really fucked up. And
I mean, it's hard because I feel like this happens every preseason. We go off and we judge them based off their preseason. And that's what they're there for, to be honest. You know what I mean? So, yes, when I heard him say, I want to be with the betas and the submissives, it did make me open my eyes a little. Yeah. It did make me look to the side. It made me look to the left, to the right, and say, who is he talking about? Why is he using this red pill language? Yeah. But the preseason can be deceiving, and it can be very truthful. You know, like, I think sometimes of like other preseason people, and I'm like, oh, like, you're going to be horrible in this game, or you're going to be this or that. And then they come on the game and it's different than preseason. They sell us something. They're playing an archetype because they're still in this, like, sometimes you do these things and you might be like not guaranteed to be in the house, right? So you're still playing up the character that they want you to be when you're on the show. But I have to go based off actions. And Rome's actions this season, while I didn't love the I love yous and the making out with TeaRK, his actions and towards of like who he was hanging around with in the house and how he was treating them and how he was talking about them, to me just spoke more values. And I don't want to hold that preseason things, because that's not what he, like, you can argue and say, well, maybe that is what he did in the house. You know what I mean? But I think the way he treated Lala, the way he treated Jason, like, to me, that speaks more volumes than some preseason clips and some verbiage that he said that I didn't like the vocab. You get what I'm saying? And and it's weird because I think it says a lot that Jason went and confided in Rome, right? Jason told Rome that he was on Drag Race. He didn't tell anyone else. This conversation, this tweet, right? This is another conversation. Clearly, Jason felt like Rome was a safe space, and he had to authentically feel safe. And we've seen that's aligned. So I you know what? I eat my words. I wasn't in the preseason conversations or the draft. I didn't say anything about Rome, but like I did have those thoughts as well. So I'm glad that I was proven wrong. I'm sad that his journey came to an end, because I know for a fact if Rome was in that room, he would have bucked up to Kamu immediately. Like, you might not like Rome, but I know for a fact that he wouldn't have sat there passively and let just Jason take it. And that's what I mean. It's a game. I understand that you have to sometimes swallow it, your pride, but this is someone's real life and their real experience, and it's feeling very personal in that moment. And it was sad to see that no one, I mean, Lala, she said, I have another question, and she called out the hypocrisy, right? But it's sad that no one actually just stood up and said, what you're doing is too much. Like, you were in a side and you literally excluded all Jason, Rome, and Lyric last week. Do you get what I'm saying? Miss Haley talking about big day tomorrow. Like, you guys actively did things to ostracize him. And low-key, this is repeated behavior because it's the second time you do it. So you can argue that it could be considered bullying. You know what I mean? I'm not calling it bullying, but it feels very much like that, and it feels very personal. So I was sad to see Jason do that, and I'm glad that he has a friend in Rome, and it was true. And I'm hoping preseason that they're together, we see some content, and they actually have like a long-lasting friendship.
I feel like they definitely will. And another person that is on Team Rome, who says that she is now a fan, like, is Rockstar. She did what most of us did, judged him by his cover, by his alpha
his words.
beta
It was
conversation.
His words, though.
Yeah.
His words. The
alpha beta of it all.
Meant it in the way that we took it.
Yeah.
No, I think he did. I think he did mean like alpha beta of it all. Like,
yeah.
I think he's gonna take it out of his vocabulary. I do think.
I don't.
He's been playing pickleball too long.
When I think of like the whole, when men say that shit about beta and submissive, I think they think weak people. I don't think that's necessarily like literally weak people that can't make decisions for themselves, that need somebody to latch onto. I don't think that's exactly what he meant. I do think he meant he's gonna find some people that he can gather up together and be the leader of. So I mean, I just, the way that I took it, I don't think he meant it exactly how I took it personally. But again,
kind of I mean, some people might consider this rude, but like, it's kind of like, I think what you're saying is he wanted to find the sheep and he was gonna be like the herder.
I think he likes to be I think men really like the savior complex, whether they like to admit it or not, and be the hero. And I think what he was saying is there's probably going to be these big other guys, kind of like me, who are going to probably team up together, do the Bros Alliance. That's not my vibe. I'm going to go for the people who aren't those guys. And I think the way he said it was betas and submissives. I mean, Rome, why don't you come on the Reality Kingdom and explain? That's what I'm saying. Let's have you come on and you can tell us what you meant.
Like, somebody we need to ask.
Shit. I might tweet at him right now. Everybody start tweeting out Rome to come on Reality Kingdom quickly. I know Pharaoh would put that suit with that tie, with that tank top, and go and speak to Rome.
Pharaoh would get real dressed up for Rome.
Yeah.
Being a little whore. I think like you were saying, Josiane, like, it's gonna be other big strong men. But the thing is, like, when you think of a beta in the house, I think of Devins. I think of Yash. That's who I think of as betas, and they're big men. Like, I don't think it's about the whole side. Like, that's what, like I'm saying, that's what I take as a beta. These men that can't make decisions on their own, that need a leader. It doesn't really matter how they look, but I do think that is what he meant. Like, it's gonna be some big people that's gonna be what's the word? Intimidating. And I don't want to be with them. I want to be with the other people that are intimidated by them. So I do think that's what he meant. And like I said, I took it as a whole nother thing, like derogatory as fuck. But again, like Josiane said, we judged him by that little clip, and but his actions in the house and outside of the house don't show what we initially thought of him. And it's all about actions. You can say whatever you want. You can tell me that the sky is fucking purple, but like, those are words. You can muster up any type of fucking words. What really matters is the actions that you have, the work that you do, and how you make people feel.
And shout out to Rockstar. She made me twerk once in front of her, and I live. That's what I think when I think of Rockstar. Yeah, it's somewhere on the internet. Don't look for it, but it's somewhere.
Somebody find it.
No.
Now, other people also came out and wanted to support Jason when they saw what was happening in the house. Susie Toot came out and tweeted, I think, some stuff. And Morgan Michaels. I don't know these people.
Okay, I will say this. I've watched Drag Race. I follow a few queens myself. I'm a fan of few. I was disappointed to feel like I only felt the support after he had to go through trials and tribulations. Why does it take trials and tribulations for us to show up as people, as allies? Because I was thinking all of Drag Race would be tweeting, like, I think we've seen how people have reacted to, like, let's say, like, Bob the Drag Queen on Drag Race. I mean, I felt like I did see support for his venture. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what I saw. And to me, it was like, why? Yeah, like when he was on the show, like I feel like I saw drag queens get excited for Rob, or for Bob, sorry. And it felt strange to me that I didn't feel like it was reciprocated. I know Dawn's a fan of Big Brother, and I believe I follow Dawn on Twitter, or Dawn's just on my algorithm a lot. I don't know. But I only saw supportive things about Selena after all of that. And it felt like, now that he's making headlines and people are calling it out, now it's like, I need to capitalize and root for my sister. Why couldn't you have rooted for your sister day one? Like, that was my only issue.
Morgan says that she's doing a show, and she says, like, I don't even watch the show. So I think she just wasn't clued in. But I don't know. Like, if I were Selena, I would have told my girls that I was going on a show. Maybe she didn't tell anyone.
But I feel like, okay, you know how Dee put out a video on Survivor? Like, even if I have no followers, I'm putting out a video to be like, I'm going on blah, 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 blah. And, like, that's my thought process. Like, unless they were like, you absolutely can't do that, Josiane, I would do that. So I would probably go on my platform, and I have seen Selena STD, like things, repost things, and, like, partner, make collaborative posts on Instagram. So it's not like the Drag Race community doesn't follow her and didn't see those things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm not in those spaces enough, but I feel like, for example, in a world, right? Let's say hypothetically, Drake gets on Big Brother US 29. I feel like all of us would champion and rally and push to help him. He might embarrass us. I don't know. But we would still push and rally because that's our brother. That's our brother in Christ. You get what I'm saying? So why wouldn't you do the same thing for your drag queen sister? It has to get troublesome for you to show up. Like, I don't love that. I get it. Some drag queens don't watch Big Brother, but I feel like that's such big news in the community. Like, how could you miss that? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm literally looking through the STD's Instagram, and like a lot of people's Instagrams, even the people that's not famous, like Blue, she had the whole outfit thing. When she wore them little cute outfits, she had made a video of them beforehand that somebody was posting to her social media. So obviously Jason has somebody that's managing his social media, and they have been posting the, all of the little promo things from the beginning. So it's no excuse that, they just didn't see. Because sure, Big Brother is not as watched as the Traitors, but however, he is posting from his page, so all the queens that follow, should have seen. And again, it's a lot of posts. It's not just one. It's a lot of posts. Almost every other day, every 2 to 3 days, it's about him being on Big Brother. So I don't like how it didn't seem like there was a lot of support for him from the beginning. And I also, because I feel like if we would have did this before, we could have got him the advantage before who got it, Devins. So like, but because like the Drag Race fans, it's so many drag queens that could have posted, that could have said, like the most recent season that he was on, the most recent season of All Stars he was on just like a few weeks ago. All of those queens that are getting some spotlight, or not all, some couldn't post something in support of him just so we can get these votes. You don't have to watch the show, bitch. Just let your followers know to go vote for the queen, the only queen. You had to wait till he has to be like really traumatized in order for people to really come out and say something. I don't think there's any excuse for it. After going through the Instagram and like, oh yeah, somebody's been posting. So like, nah, it's no excuse for that. This support should have been happening. Once we found out he's the only queer person in the house, everybody should have been up.
And I didn't see like these were the two that I saw, and I think Dawn, I've been seeing the tweets, but anybody else, not really. Like these are the two that I saw.
I think Dawn admitted to voting for Angela and not push.
Oh yeah.
I think it's hard too, because it's like, do you have to show up for your friend? But I feel like, I don't know. I just think treat people how you would like to be treated. If I knew that one of you guys got to be on a show, and I'm thinking, how would I want to be supported if the roles were reversed? I would treat you the exact same way. Like, I don't think it's crazy to treat people how you would want to be treated. And a lot of these queens are going to want to endeavor in other shows. You know what I mean? So, again, treat those how you would like to be treated at the end of the day. Very simple.
Yeah.
And now back to Ashley from the winner of BB27. Now maybe this is why she tried to put some beef with the other Ashley and Taylor, because I'm pretty sure these tweets were from before the interview she had with Ashley, and these tweets are basically, she's mad at Taylor. She says Taylor is so salty, but all she does is lay around and do nothing. And then someone says, salty about what? And Ashley says, all she does is talk about me and bitch and moan about other house guests like, girl. And another tweet, she says, someone showed Taylor the packed bars of people going absolutely crazy in pure excitement after my win, BB28, because she will never experience that. Sorry, not sorry.
That's so nasty. That's so nasty of her to say. And I don't listen. That last one, she'll never experience that. Sorry, not sorry. Because bitch, I honestly, if I think if more people actually seen more of you, I don't know, because she acted this way in the house, but I guess she didn't say like the same stuff that she's been saying outside the house. Maybe she feels more freedom to say it because she won the game, and now she's out of the house. But like, I feel like if a lot of people did know more about Ashley, then they would not have been packed in bars going crazy for her win. And I don't
This is lame. I'm gonna say it's lame. Like, I'm not gonna invalidate her feelings. I'm not gonna sit here and invalidate her feelings. But at the end of the day, I don't know. Maybe it's me, but I feel like you've just come off a season where you've won. Mm-hmm. You were polarizing, okay? You can own that. Like, you were polarizing. You weren't this America's favorite, America's sweetheart. That, like, you were polarizing, and it's okay. People are gonna like you. People are not gonna like you. But this is another Black woman in the house alone. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's okay to give someone a little bit of grace. If you don't want to fuck with her post-show, and she's like, why aren't you fucking with me? You can explain that. But to me, it's like, you're going on your platform, you've just won all this money, and you're like fighting fire with fire. Like, to me, it's a little lame. It's a little lame. It feels like you're stooping low when you should be like raising, like being high. Like who cares? Mind you, I don't really know what Taylor said. I don't know what she said, but I just feel like it's not. I feel like it's so unnecessary. But hey, it's your platform. You do what you want. But I do think that it kind of shows your character, in my opinion, and let that be what that be. And if she's okay with it, she feels no shame. She feels pride. I don't know. Me personally, if I won the money I won and won the way I did, I would kind of be moving a little bit more differently. but she's not me and I'm not her. So
yeah.
Ashley is either she doesn't feel shame or she has a shame kink. It gotta be one of those because the way that she be talking is crazy. I don't really know what Taylor said about her either, but this is like you're punching down and she's in a position where she doesn't know what you're saying and can't even respond and stick up for herself.
Yeah.
You alumni, I hate when alumni do this because some people, they're gonna talk about y'all. Like that's just, you were on TV, you were on the show they watch, they're gonna talk about you. For you to do, like, you could just have a conversation with her when she get out the house and like if you want to fuck with her, don't fuck with her. But to do this, call her saucy and say that all she do was lay around and do like just piling on, when she's already, it's not. And again, maybe it'd be different if Taylor was like, if she was part of the power structure in the house, it wouldn't feel as bad. But you see, she's not doing well in the game. She's, she is laying around and stuff. And I always, when people be laying around too much, I always be like, damn, baby, you depressed. But I be going, maybe I'm going a little too far, but like that type of situation, she just might be. I don't know. But I don't like it. She's punching down and Taylor doesn't have a chance to like explain herself because even though we have live feeds, it's not 24/7. So you may not have seen everything. You didn't see everything. And I don't think Ashley is. I'm like
sorry. The comments are telling us what she said. Apparently, she just said that she didn't like. She said she didn't think Ashley deserved to win the season, and that she floated her way to the game. This is what the comments are saying. If that is true, I don't know if it merits this reaction. But again, as I said, Ashley, it's her platform. She's a grown adult. She's gonna tweet what she wants to tweet, and that's okay. Like, if you're not fucking with it, you could just unfollow, you can have her blocked, you can mute her. I personally wouldn't do that, but again, she's not me and I'm not her. And it is what it is. It's not like I feel like it's not the craziest thing she's said. I think there are crazier things she could have said, but
we're gonna go into more of Ashley.
You know what I mean?
And more. She said some crazy things.
Yeah.
I mean, and to sit here and act like Ashley isn't like a polarizing winner is a lie, because some people feel like she doesn't deserve it. That's why we're having the conversation right now, right? Taylor saying, I don't think she deserved to win. Some people think Vince deserved to win. Some people think Morgan deserved to win. Yeah. It was a polarizing end of the season. So that's true. So, do with what you will.
The other drama that happened in BCC with Ashley is that she decided, honestly, this is old news, so I might just wrap it up real quick. Angela brought up Rubina, and she said that the reason that Cedric was voted off was because, and I'm paraphrasing, that Rubina was crying a lot, and she was saying that she was the only Filipino representation, and that's why they couldn't vote her out. And Ashley just went on BCC and tried to get clarification if that's really what she said. Like, what did she mean? She was asking the people from BB28 if that's what happened. And Quinn responded with no. And then Kat Dunn started defending Angela because she really likes Angela. And it became a back and forth between those two. And honestly, that is what Angela was saying. I'm pretty sure Ashley was correct. That is what Angela said. And there's like more. Like, these girls, like, look at these paragraphs.
I'm gonna say for real. Oh, go for it, Asia.
What? Okay, so Angela did say that, but it's like she's leaving out key points in what she said. I don't know if she watched it and then she's asking, or if somebody told her, like, because the clip was easy to find on the internet, but she did say, she's paraphrasing basically. She didn't say, oh, we just wanted to keep it for representation. No, she said that was part of her campaign, was to talk about representation, her wanting to do something for her people and her family, and her being the first one to do stuff like this. That's what Angela said. Angela didn't just say, yes, we want a Filipino representation, so we just kept her over Cedric. That wasn't what she said. She's leaving out key parts. And again, I don't know if she saw it, and then I don't know how this came about to Ashley, because it seems like maybe she read about it and then she came to ask for clarification. When I hate when she does stuff like this, because you could just search the internet and get the fucking clarification. Because I've seen her do that a few times, where she asks questions that she could easily find on the internet, and I feel like it's to start, a discourse. But the way she presented it was not the way that Angela said it.
No, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know how much Ashley has watched, but she did tweet. I didn't screenshot this, but she tweeted, my confession is that I've only watched one episode of the show. And I'm just like, okay, so you're not really watching live feeds then, I don't think. So she is just finding, I don't know if people are giving this tea to her. I don't know.
Here's the thing. I don't think what Ashley did in terms of posing a question was wrong. I do think it's making a mountain out of a molehill. Could the question have been formed better? Potentially. But at the end of the day, isn't this the whole purpose of chat BCC or whatever it's being called? Chat, I have the app. I haven't used it since a year ago, and it's offloaded on my phone. You know what I mean?
So I downloaded it. I downloaded it when there was like that beef going on that one time, and then I haven't opened it ever since.
Like, I have the app on the phone, but I have it, like, you know what I mean? But like, at the end of the day, she asked a question, right? And she's asked, I don't know where it came from, but she asked the question.
Yeah.
And we're making it seem like she done call her a slur and cussed out her mama and then some. And again, it feels a bit like, you know what I mean? She's asking you a question. This could have been a conversation where it could have been a bit fruitful, and it felt very defensive. Like, Kat, I don't know. I felt like Kat came off really defensively to me when she was just asking a question. You know what I mean? Could she have searched it? Sure. But again, is it the whole purpose of this app to have discourse and have conversations and ask clarifications? Like, I'm lucky that I'm going to plug the Discord. We got our Discord channel. So if I miss something on feeds, or if I have a question, I can ask the Discord, and it's done for. It's done now. Sometimes I feel lazy. Like, what was it? The other day, I asked where I can find the Julie playing the blockbuster beforehand for this next episode, because I wanted to mentally prepare. And I checked on Twitter and I couldn't find it. Now, could I have gone on Instagram before asking my question? Yes. But did I ask my question and then I went on Instagram, saw it, and then was like, never mind in the Discord? Yeah. Sometimes you want to feel lazy and you want to ask a question, you want to ask a clarification. All this hoopla jumping in, and doing all this stuff and paragraphs on paragraphs on paragraphs. Like, to me, it was so unnecessary. Like, aren't y'all supposed to talk anyways? Like, ooh.
And then adding Rubina, specifically. I don't even think Rubina chimed in.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Ashley is down for the mess. And like, I just don't like when people present things like in questions like that, because again, she had to have either heard it or seen it. And if she has seen it and she's asking for clarification from the people on that season, it's like, you're not saying what was said, you're leaving, parts out. But I think it was weird how she brought it up. And I do think, again, like adding Rubina, like that was also kind of weird. Like, I don't,
how would Rubina know too? You know what I mean?
Like, it's like, it's weird to me. I think Ashley does weird things. And again, Kat was defending Angela, I think, because I guess that could have made Angela seem, it still can. It can make Angela seem, racist.
She was saying,
I'm sorry, but is it crazy to say, you know what, we should have more representation, I'm gonna keep you in the house? No. Is that such a bad thing? Like, if it's true or not, it's not a bad thing. Like, oh, we don't get Filipino representation enough. And someone, I feel like, what's his name? Oh, I'm blanking on his name. Same season.
Chemo?
Same season. Chemo. didn't Chemo also talk about representation and it made Mackenzie flip or something? It's not a bad thing to want to represent a people, a community, and say, I want to represent that. If Ashley came in and said, is it true that you guys kept her for Asian representation? If someone said, yes, it's true, we kept her, I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing, to be honest. Like, why are we making it seem like...
I think Ashley was trying to say that Angela was saying it as a bad thing, like, oh, she was holding her race against us.
Yeah, that's how it, kind of felt like she was presenting it. And it's it's again, like you said, it's not like it's not like, oh, Asian representation, we don't want that. No, that shouldn't be a reason why you keep somebody. They keep people for whatever they want to keep them for. That's on them, and that is not a bad reason to keep someone. It was just because of who Angela is, and she's a white woman, she's an older white woman. She said, that's the group. Other things like that, I feel like that could be taken for people to still now. Like, if people have a problem with what she said, who am I to be like, you shouldn't have a problem with her saying it. So I just feel like that was it just kind of put, kind of a negative light or a negative tone to what Angela said, when I don't think she was trying to say it negatively. But again, I don't know, and I don't want to stick up for no white woman.
But Ashley is in more mess. I swear, I'm pretty sure this was the same day. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure, but this next thing is I think it was the same day.
Oh, Lord.
Ashley went out of her way and posted a picture of her and Morgan and was just like, Ashley hates Morgan, Morgan hates Ashley, or whatever. And it started a big thing. Like, it was these girls went back and forth and back and forth. And I'm like, we're already an hour and 40 minutes in, so I'm just gonna click through, like, because there's more, like,
this needs to be a weekly show. That's the problem.
Like, Ashley ends up releasing tweets, Lord. Or not tweets, texts that her and Morgan have had, and Morgan is like, we were cordial. Like, no one was disputing that we were cordial, but now you're showing private texts. And she's like, you have my number, like, we could have had a conversation, like, why would you put this on Twitter, kind of thing. And Morgan, or Ashley said, you came at me for no reason, because Morgan said, like, her response to the picture was, you and I both know why this photo was taken. It represented a cordial moment in a shared space, not a change in our relationship. I think it's important that context isn't lost when moments like this are shared publicly. Because I guess Ashley, her tweet kind of made it seem like they were like friends. I don't know. You have something to say? I mean, there's more. There's a lot.
I just wish the girls would put down the Twitter app and call each other.
I mean, this is, I think, the first time. I think this is the first time Morgan has like finally said something. Like, Ashley's always going off on Twitter, and I think this is the first time Morgan like responded.
Again, here's the thing. BB28 was a moment in time, a time that I enjoyed. I did. Mm-hmm. I watched the feeds. I tweeted. I said my piece. But to me, it's like, hey, if Morgan is mad that Ashley cut her and took some money away from her pocket, I get it. I too could be upset.
I mean, she says here, I don't care that Ashley won BB28.
Here's the thing. I've seen a clip of her on Twitch talk about how the big gap difference between winning first, second, and third is, which gave me like, hey, like, that's someone's, you're not working. And the thing is, I think it's still valid if you do feel some type of way about Ashley winning, because you played the game. I can validate that. I can hear that. I just feel like Ashley was saying, let's try not to pit each other against each other. Did she need to put that picture You guys can debate it. But the inherently the message was, let's try to stop pitting us against each other. And I agree. Let's stop putting them against each other. They're not in the game anymore. They've gone out of the house. The results are the results that they are, and they can deal with that amongst themselves. I don't think there's any need to be Morgan versus Ashley when we're watching a new season and we have bigger fish to fry. Genuinely. So I'm not in their DMs. I'm not in their notifications. I don't know how much they're pitting these two black women against each other, but I think it's lame, to be honest. And like, if they have beef, so be it. It doesn't have to be on twitter.com. It's a phone call, like, genuinely.
Yeah, to stand up for Morgan a little bit, I think she just felt used. I think she was just like, wow, she's using this picture I took with her to like have a moment, and I guess she just didn't appreciate that. And then it didn't help, she then leaked texts that they had, which is like, that's like crossing a line. Like that's crossing a big line, I think, to reality stars.
Yeah, I feel, I mean, like, I get Morgan on the point of, for me, it would be like, you know, this person I don't want to be associated with. So why are you posting a picture of us that we took however long ago, knowing our relationship is not what it was at the time we took the picture? So, I mean, I understand why she might have felt the need to say something. And yeah, everybody does keep pitting them against each other on the internet. But like, the thing with Ashley, I feel like she, again, I don't know if she likes the attention or whatever, but she says things and it's kind of like, you're smart. You're doing this on purpose. Like, you want to have the interaction and stuff. So I feel like her need or want to do the things on the internet is making things worse, because people pit so many people together on the internet, and a lot of times they don't say nothing. They don't have to say anything, because like, you are outsiders talking about us. You don't know us. We don't have to address this to y'all. But because Ashley is how she is on the internet, she had to address it. And then she also posted the screenshots of the text, which I also like, you know, it didn't really prove nothing. Like, I get when people are like, they like, oh, you lied, or you said X, Y, and Z, and they're saying, you know, they're telling the internet, I didn't say that. And it's like, okay, well, let me post it. I kind of can understand that. But that's not even what this was. Morgan didn't say, like, we're never friends. We've never been cordial. We never had a conversation. She didn't say that. So I didn't feel like the text really proved anything.
Yeah, and then Ashley, in one of these tweets, like, out of her like rampage of tweets, she says this was 8 months ago or more. I cut her off back in last October. So that doesn't even sound like the beginning tweet with the picture. She was saying we're cordial, but now you're saying I cut her off like a long ass time ago. Like, girl, what is it then?
It's I think, again, like, I don't know. Morgan seems to have boundaries, and I'm not saying they're good or bad boundaries. She just has boundaries, and I don't know if they were talked about with Ashley, because like, I would never think, like, if I'm taking a picture with a friend, and I would never think to be like, by the way, my boundary is don't put it online. Like, I don't feel like the need of that. If anything, I have my friend who will be like, are you okay if I post this, at most? And so I think when you're a reality star, you have boundaries, and I think text messages and exposing that might be a big no. I would never post the screenshots of like my conversations with my friends unless it was like silly or funny or whatever. But I feel like in this context, it's feeling like a war of worlds and a crossing of boundaries. So I think that both parties did things that they shouldn't have done, and I feel like a lot got lost by tweets and not by phone call. Like, even tone, you can't tell the tone in these tweets. You can only assume. So that's why I'm saying, like, just call someone or voice memo them at most. Like, this is ridiculous.
I do think we can read the tone of the following tweets, though. She goes, oh, it's a little cut off, but it says, Ashley goes, how's Vince, though? With the teacup.
That was great.
And then also crazy. Says, I'm saying now we will definitely never be friends. LMAO, I'm done being the bigger person.
Bigger person where? When has Ashley ever been the bigger person? And I'm not saying you don't have to be the bigger person. I hate being the big person, bitch. I'd be the smallest, tiniest, littlest thing in this motherfucker if I need to. But she has not, from what we've seen, I have not seen her be the bigger person. She go back and forth, which is like, you know, do it. But don't sit here and claim like you just been the bigger person when you just put out text messages and all that stuff. You're not. And that's okay. It's not who you are. But this, like y'all were saying, this is a conversation. Like, this shit happens on the internet all the time with couples. Not with like couples, but with like people. They pit them against each other. Even like fucking, you know, famous celebrities, Beyonce, Rihanna, like that type of shit. You don't have to address it. You know these people in real life. You talk to them, you know, whatever. You handle it like adults. But again, I think because the way Ashley goes about the internet, it was something that she, you know, just had to say to everyone. But this should have been handled in private. It looked like it was kind of handled in private, but yeah.
House Vince though is crazy. Like what he got to do for it. Like it did make me laugh though. No, because even I know we're not talking about it, and I don't know if you talked about it in the first episode of Tea Corner, but I saw a clip of like Morgan talking on Twitch about her and Vince, and I was sitting there and I was thinking, girl, why are you talking to us about it? Like I got secondhand embarrassment. I'm like, y'all's relationship is so complicated, and the thing is that you either speak about all of it and just be direct, or don't speak about it at all. But then we come on here, we're talking in riddles and in circles and da. And I was thinking, like, you're making it people's business to want to then go and ask you how's Vince, like blah blah blah. And then Ashley goes out of her way and she does that, you know? So it's not like, you shouldn't be surprised that she can say a comment like that when you're on Twitch streaming about it. So I just feel like, again, like the BB27 stuff just needs to be taken offline. And it should be held with. And then if you guys want to act like you're cordial online, act cordial. If you guys want to act like you're not fucking with each other, have each other blocked and keep it pushing. Like, this is too much.
The last tweets that I'll show Ashley are, again, her repeating, "We will never be friends." And then saying, "Male obsessed off of a man who clearly doesn't want to be seen with her." Like it's dig out there, dig. like, it's a lot. And then people try to pop in and have their opinions, and Jimmy was trying to defend Ashley, and then Josh said he said something. I don't even have those screenshots, but Josh said something. Josh Martinez said something, and then Jimmy was saying something, and then Josh Martinez was like, "At me next time. I didn't dogpile doing what a friend should do. Take notes." And then Jimmy went on his podcast and he was like, "I'll at you, Josh Martinez." And it was a lot. And it's like, this isn't even your fight.
They want to be one of the girls so bad. Like, so bad. Like, you guys want your body changed so bad. You guys want your body changed. I saw Josh's tweet. I think he said something along the lines of, like, y'all should just text each other. Don't post text. That's kind of crazy. Which I don't think is a crazy take, because I done said it just now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This thing about being entertained. Here's the thing.
Oh, America said
it's
that.
drama. It's drama fun. It's drama fun. Yeah. But I don't know. Sometimes I get a little like, ugh, I hate to see my black queens fight. Not to sound like Dr. Umar, but like, I hate to see my black queens fight. And so I hate to see a woman that I want to see do well, do things where I'm like, girl, just take it offline. Like the Twitch example, I was thinking, girl, don't post it on here. Not because I'm like, I'm anti-Morgan. It's because I actually like Morgan and I want her to not do that shit. I like Ashley and Morgan as black queens. So it's like, for me, I'm like, just take this shit offline, because I actually think they're like, I want the good for them in a non-parasocial way. And so I get and Josh knows these people, so I get his point about like, just take it on the point. But when Jimmy's like, are y'all not entertained? She's entertaining you. I don't find this shit entertaining. I find it low-key like sad. So I think Josh felt like a hit dog on holler. I think it was directed at America. I think someone maybe wrote it in the comments. I can't see the comments right now. But hey, a hit dog on holler, and he felt hit, and that's why Jimmy did what he did. So, you know.
Yeah, I feel like both of these could be. So I feel like both of these could be pointed at so many people. There's people talking about Ashley and whatever, like everybody is. So it's to think that this is specifically directed at you, it definitely is a hit dog holler. And I mean, hit dogs go holler. So it's not like I just find it weird because like this is pretty ambiguous, and not only is it ambiguous, it can apply to so many people. So yeah, I'm not interested either.
Yeah, because I think America never responded to Jimmy. Maybe privately. Who knows?
And the thing is that like again, if Jimmy wants to defend Ashley, he absolutely can. That's well within his rights. I just feel like saying y'all want to be entertained. This is not fun. Like Black women going at it for me, it doesn't hit for me personally. It's not something I find joy in. I get embarrassed, secondhand embarrassment. So again, I just that's a choice of words that I would not have used. I can't remember what you said in the podcast clip though. I know it was with Hisam. And Derek, and I forget who the fourth person is. Is it Tommy?
Tommy.
I said Big D.
It's Tommy.
Okay, it is Tommy. I don't remember what was said, what Jimmy said. I remember watching the clip though.
Yeah, I don't either. Not important.
But let the girls handle it. If anything, let's encourage them to handle it offline.
Yeah, and then as somebody tried to make a joke about it all, Kat from the same season, she says, so me and Lauren are still getting along really well, if anyone was wondering. No one was. And somebody responds with, how's Riley though? Teacup. And Kat responds, harassment.
Girl, won't nobody talking about y'all. She want to be, white girls are fine. We're good. Nobody remembers y'all for real. Like, honestly, I don't think about her or Lauren ever.
It's fun. Look, I get wanting to put levity to a situation and like having when Melody's like, do y'all know that a group of crows is called a murder? It's like, bitch, it's so out of place. But I guess she just wants to make, mind you, I think she learned that from One Tree Hill. I know, but again, it felt so random and out of place. Shout out to One Tree Hill, by the way. The girls who know that I only knew that because of One Tree Hill. Shout out, Lucas Scott. So I felt like maybe she was trying to do that and like be a part of the conversation and ha ha ha. But it didn't. I guess I don't know. I feel like it's the wrong people. Like the whole like Taylor and Tiffany saying, "Oh, let's make peace in BCC." To me, that made more sense than Kat. No shade.
Yeah. With Melody, like I said, like Cookie LaFou says, she said, "Let the girls be silly."
And that they were.
They can be silly Billy bitches. Whatever.
Something I don't agree with though is Danielle Reyes. She goes, so I went to ChatGPT to get the tea on the Morgan Ashley situation. Very interesting read. Okay, girl.
I'm so tired of hearing the legend speak. Please shut
Like, why did you have to do that? Why?
Danielle, the thing is, Danielle is still like, I'm gonna say this. Danielle, the player I live for. Okay, she can. I love BB3 Danielle. I like Traders Danielle, but Danielle reminds me like of an old mom who uses WhatsApp too much. Like you get introduced to technology and then you're doing whatever on it, and it's like, oh girl, please, like. Mom, like, please put the phone away. Put the ChatGPT away. Like,
Danielle fucking Reyes. Bitch, if you don't call these people, they'll tell you everything. If you don't get these bitches on the line, what are you talking about?
She don't care. She doesn't want to talk to them. She wants to see what ChatGPT has to say. You know her phone is filled to the brim with AI pictures, video. Like, she's, oh God. She's the reason there's no water.
Hey, Danielle Queen, I fear you should have just asked Twitter, can someone explain the tea? And I'm sure they would have given you better answers, screenshots, videos, then some, and then some, and then
There's
some.
threads and
just
TikTok.
Watch the tea corner. Just watch the tea corner, and we'll fill you in, mama. No AI. Put the AI down. Yes.
let me take it out of your hands, please.
That the Michael Jackson meme where he putting down the gun. Put that shit down.
Yeah, that's what about us? Yes. Oh my lord. Yeah. Like, okay, someone mentioned the Yash tweet. I think I saw that also. I was like, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, put the phone down. Put the phone down.
Yeah, I saw that I saw that on the live feeds, and I was just like, I'm not even gonna touch that. Like,
but I will. I want him to elaborate. What the fuck?
You want to know his knowledge of?
Oh, wait! This is so funny. People were saying she meant ChatGPT.
Do we really think that's what it was?
I hope that's what she meant.
I could believe that she meant that. Oh my god!
I hope that's what she meant. Let's not promote
or worse?
AI.
I don't.
And no, actually, this becomes funny because, for example, I made a tweet and I said, as I was writing my tweet, I'm like, I'm not gonna call them toolshed, so I wrote Home Depot. So if someone came into my tweets on something like it's actually toolshed, I'd be like, yeah, but that was a joke.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I'm low-key hoping. So
you know
I went
what?
to chat. I don't know.
You know what I think it might be? She might be one of the ones, especially because I'm stereotyping. She is older. She might not even be texting. She might be using voice. So she might have been like, she might have been. So I went to Chat BCC and it might have auto corrected it to Chat GPT.
Yeah, because how would Chat GPT know anything about Morgan and Ashley on Twitter? I mean, they could, but that would really surprise me.
I think it would know something because I've seen people use them to ask about themselves, like people that are like internet famous, and they would ask them questions about themselves, and they would tell them like the stuff that they got off the internet. So I maybe it has the capability to go through. I mean, why wouldn't it have the capability to go through social media and tell you that stuff? I don't know.
Can you tell I don't use ChatGPT?
Yeah, I've never downloaded that. But from silly, we go into the serious stuff, and this is warning: view discussion is advised.
Let's that was a deep spiritual
ancestral side.
Yeah. All right.
This is like the last thing we're gonna talk about too, and
we're ending it on a high note.
We still might be talking for an hour about this. I don't want.
All right, let's get into it.
It's the Camus of it all, the KKK, if the misogynist, the elitist, because like he's making fun of a guy that's asking for money on the side. There a lot of his
and racist.
This was all found on his Instagram, and he made
highlights.
It easier. Yes, easier to find. It was all like he had it neatly organized in his highlights. And somebody found the first one, which is the one in the middle where he uses the R word. And then after that, it just became a thing where one after another, people were saying like, how did this guy get casted?
What's crazy is like, excuse me, people put their traveling experiences and vacations in their highlights. They put their children in their highlights, their parties, birthday. This man is putting the most vile shit he can in his highlights, and he's proud of it. Like, why else would you put it in your highlight unless you wanted people to see this? This is like a representation. Just you go on the homepage, Instagram, on your profile, that's right up at the top. That's like what you're showcasing. And this is really vile and disgusting. And because it is in his highlights and it is showcased, producers saw it. Producers, is no doubt in my mind that a producer went through this and saw it. At least one. It's usually got a couple people, but at least one person saw this. And the fact that they still put him through, like, fuck Kamala. I do not like that nigga. Is up till it's stuck. It's up and it's stuck. But however, I really have my like vitriol face at the producers because and casting, because this was something that y'all were aware of. Y'all were aware that he was racist, he was ableist, he was like problematic in so many different ways, and you put him in a house with Black women, with a Black man, with a queer man. Like, is this put these other people in danger, not just of their their game, but in danger of like their mental health?
Now I do want to maybe, I guess, do the devil's advocate. This man has a lot of highlights. Like, when I screen recorded this, and it's like you have to watch a lot of them. So I don't know if they got an intern that does this, that watches every
But it's
highlight.
their job. It's their job. It's their job.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's your job to look into these people. It's hard because I have a lot to say. I have a lot to say. So it's really hard for me to sit here and see the behavior that is being displayed and then having him yell, "I'm a Christian." That to me is very annoying. Like, I am a woman of faith. I am a Christian. And I really believe that you should lead with love. You should not cast judgment on others. Like, I think that, like, everyone is loved. Everyone is this. And to see this behavior and this be like, and it's unfortunate because this is a lot of what people have experienced when they've been told I'm a Christian, is the behavior that he's exhibiting. And I think that really goes against a lot of what, the Bible says and stuff like that. And I might by no means the perfect Christian. I don't know all the things and whatnot, but it is really sad to see how harmful and evil people can be, and then claim to be this. It's really sad. It's really sad.
The Christianity of it all is mixed in with these highlights.
And like, I think it's so problematic. It's disturbing, to be honest with you.
Like this first picture. He's at his sister's new salon, and he decides to make a grape joke where it's the sign says therapist. What's it called? Instead of saying therapist, it says therapist, and he makes a joke about grape. I don't understand it.
It's very strange, because how can you say that you're a man of faith and a man of God and spew so much hate and vitriol and nasty things like that? Do you think God condones rape? Like, the fact that you think you can even make light of that, to me, is so strange. So strange. I'm disappointed in the producers, because there's literally no excuse. And to me, when you platform someone, to me, you're saying this is okay. Yeah. And it's not. It's simply not okay. And you have to stand by that decision. And clearly you have, right? Even in the edit with Jason and how they've been treating Jason, it's been so frustrating to watch as someone who's watched the feeds. It's really sad, because instead of going forth with love and being a good example, you're kind of showing your whole ass. Like, truly, it's insane. The sexism, the homophobia, the racism is not things of God, in my humble opinion. In my opinion, I'm not the Bible. I'm not the whatever you. That's just how I choose to live. And so it's really annoying to see him push with hate instead of pushing with love. So I don't know. I want him out of my house. I don't think production will kick him out. I've never seen them kick out a house guest for behaviors. Mind you, we've had BB 15 where there was racism, homophobia, like just evil things spewed out, and no one got
that was
kicked
real
out. They got
bullying.
evicted.
They did some real bullying in that house.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I don't think they knew this I'm not gonna sit here and act like they didn't know what he was doing beforehand. They knew exactly what he was doing, because it's their job, and they chose him to put him in the house. Don't think they're going to kick him out. But to sit here and say that I'm going to be rooting for him is an absolute lie. I will be rooting against him, and I think he will have a lot of explaining to do once he gets out of the house. I think they're going to be people who are going to back him regardless, right? Because they don't see the feeds, they don't see all of this. They're casuals that just see the edit, and I think it's really harmful what we've done. So
I just want to explain what the picture is on here, because I did just remember some people only listen to us on audio. So in the second picture, his post is me at lunch with my beautiful mom, listening to her justify why I'm R word or R slur. Babe, you're young, but you've been hit in the head a lot. So, and then in the last picture that I have up here, it's a video that he recorded in his car of a man asking for money on the side of the street. And he says, bro spent all his money on jeans, rings, and Jordans, because it seems like he's got a style, or he's got clothes that don't quite look like you're living off the streets, I guess. And he's judging him.
Why did he feel the need to post that? For example, the third one, why did he feel the need to post that?
Yeah.
Like, do you think it's necessary? Sometimes it's okay to not post everything on the internet. Like, genuinely, it's okay to put the phone down. It's okay to touch grass. It's really okay. Also, the second one, why are we using that word again? Why are
we? Because the president
common.
brought that motherfucker back. Because of that, I feel like people feel like it's safe to say it again. No, it's not safe. This is not a safe space to be fucking ableist.
Too many people are saying it again.
Yes.
It's
some people I personally have watched. Like, there's one podcaster in particular that has not said the word, but then I heard him say it earlier this year and just felt comfortable saying it. And I'm like, damn, so we're really going fucking backwards. Because as anybody in a marginalized community, why are you also, contributing to the hate or the mistreatment of another marginalized community? That shit will never make sense to me at all.
And the R word, that post, it's not even like oh, it was like in 2015 or something like that. This was 2025.
Last year.
It's so weird to me that we're using, like, I remember for my birthday, which was like last month, or technically 2 months now. It's almost early August. I was at a photo booth with my friend, and there was these girls that were there with like these guys, and they were slinging the R word left, right, and center. And I was like, what is happening? And I remember being like, can you guys like not use that word? Like, don't. Mind you, I don't know these individuals. And like, they were like, what are you going to do about it? I was like, nothing, but you're in a public space. Like, that word shouldn't even be in your vocabulary. Like, don't. I remember walking away, and it's like, it's crazy. Like, it's so weird. Like, it's so strange. Why are we making slurs like, anyways, whatever. Hey, you know what? And one day he'll have to answer for those actions.
And I want to talk about the last picture, because this is some shit that I really, really hate, is that people don't want poor people to have anything. They don't want them to have nice clothes. They want them to look poor. They don't want them to have nice things. They don't want the whole thing about food stamps, EBT bridge cards, where it's like, why it should be only healthy foods and fresh foods. It shouldn't be chips and pops. Bitch, a kid can't enjoy a fucking pop or a bag of motherfucking chips or a Hostess snack because they poor. They don't deserve none of that shit. That's what it is. It's rooted in I forgot the fucking word, y'all been saying it. But he's
classes.
Classes, that's what it is. Yes, he's classes. He wants, if it's a poor person, you're supposed to look poor. Dog, them people get donations of things. Some people give away Jordans. Some people give away nice clothes, because some people do feel like even though somebody is poor, you still deserve to look nice. You still deserve to feel nice. You don't have to look a fucking mess or have, fucked up clothes and old shoes and all of that. Everybody deserves to feel nice and feel okay. Being poor, for the most part, especially for people that are, of color in the United States, most of the time it's because of the system that has been set up for us to fail for hundreds of fucking years. So if I am poor and I want to wear lipstick and I want to wear some nice shoes and a nice dress, bitch, why can't I do that? Why can't I get anything? Spend all his money on jeans, rings. Like, what? And them jeans are like some Fashion Nova jeans. It probably cost like $20.
And like he doesn't know his story. Like
that's exactly what I was going to say. We don't know if he got that. We don't know if he got it in Goodwill or he got it like donated to him. We don't know.
Don't know nothing.
And I like it's, bro. Like, come man. It's so weird that you've chosen to go on a platform and humiliate and like it's so lame. It's lame as hell. And we didn't even talk about the George Floyd of it all. Like that's another one. Like, woo. Like you. I don't know.
Are we ready to move on? Because I do have clips of one of these is me just showing that
it's real.
It's legit that I found it. I don't know which one I'm clicking on first.
So
okay, so this one is the George Floyd video.
Trigger warning if you don't feel comfortable. Yeah.
Because I screen recorded the whole thing because a lot of people are only showing the one part where he talks about George Floyd. Like this is like the whole scene, everything he recorded.
Shots fired. People cheering. He's, I can't breathe. Bro thinks he's George Floyd.
I don't know. There's more. He recorded for a while. Yeah.
It's crazy how much lack of empathy this man can have. Like, I'm trying not to cry because it's so insensitive. Like, you know, people have like mental health issues. We don't know what's going on in that situation. There's already so much against. I believe it was a black man. I could be wrong. I'm assuming it is from based off the video. Like it's like why if you have this platform have you chosen to make fun of this man for what? What joy does it give you to punch down on someone who's clearly struggling in some capacity? Like we don't know his story. We don't. It's really sad. It's sad and it's strange and it's weird to go on your platform, record it, and like just like make fun of him, make fun of George Floyd. Like you have no empathy. You don't even have the energy to sympathize and be a good person. And it's like it's one thing to have filmed it, it's another to put this as your highlight. This to you highlights your profile and highlights who you are as a person. You're nasty. I'm sorry. This is weird. This is strange. And it's sad to see. And the fact that it is bringing him so much joy when I am on the verge of tears, to me, says a lot about who he is as a person. It's so sad and it's so weird. And I genuinely hope that this man leaves the house very soon.
Yeah.
I do not want to see him on my TV.
I do want to show, because I just remembered something even worse. Or not worse, but like it adds to it. He says this at the end, if I get it at the right moment.
People are crazy, man. I'm going back inside. I am going to take that spot, though.
So he's saying, I'm going to take that. I guess the guy was in a parking spot. I don't know. But he's saying, I'm going to go take that parking spot now. And it's like, really? Now you're...
When I encounter police with other people, and I've never heard distress like that from police officers, but I definitely keep an eye out. If I see a police officer stop, I look, and I'm looking to make sure that person is safe because I know what police officers do. And to hear somebody like that crying in distress, and for you to record it and laugh about it, like Josiane said, is no empathy. And it's like, how can somebody be so like soulless and so just evil. To hear something like that, hearing it over the video, it feels heart-wrenching. It's like, oh my God, that person does not sound okay. And police are not made to handle these mental health crises that they have to handle or are supposed to handle now. They're not made for that. They don't get no type of training in that. They barely have fucking training at all. They do shooting and that shit. That's what they learn how to fucking do.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up, and it's so sad that people like this exist, and we have to keep being reminded that people like this exist, that see what happened out in the world, that see what happened to George Floyd and 40K, and to still make a joke like that is so close, because it is a person in distress with the police officers that have proven not to be safe people, not for the citizens and not for their families either. And this is just I'm so angry, and watching that gives me such a visceral reaction as a person that when I see those lights behind me, I'm terrified for my life. I think I have that thought like, damn, I may have to go to jail. I may not see my children again. And you are sitting and laughing and recording and making a mockery of this person being harmed. It sounds like they're being harmed. Maybe they're not being harmed. Maybe they're having a mental episode. But yes, they're clearly in distress. And to make jokes about it and post it is just so disgusting of him. It's so disgusting. And the fact that people use George Floyd, somebody that is not a martyr, but for lack of better words, it's kickstarting a whole movement, Black Lives Matter, because of his death, because of his wrongful death by a police officer that put his knee on his neck and suffocated him and choked him to death. Like, this is not, to use that as a joke is not, it's never funny. This is not some person, people want to compare it to the Kirk. It's not the same thing, because that person was first of all, was in not political, but he was an active, I don't even know what his job was. He was going around speaking to people.
He was political.
And he wasn't like a politician. That's what I meant. Like,
no, he wasn't a politician.
Like, occupation, but he was a person that was in the spotlight, that chose to be in the spotlight, and that chose to spew harm and a rhetoric that kills people, that literally kills people. And to compare it to somebody we didn't know his fucking name. We would have never known his name had that not happened. To a stranger to all of us that died wrongfully, that was plastered all over the TV, all over the news, all over social media, and to use his death as a joke, as a punchline continuously. It's something that happens this is something that happens that they find funny. They find that funny. It's insane to me that you could even think that is a joke.
I don't. When this came out that he said this, I was just shocked. I don't have much to say, because there's not, like, there's nothing you can say. Like, some people are trying to support him. Like, I think I heard, I didn't see the supporting, but supposedly there are people that are defending him for this. Like,
I don't see how you can defend this. Like, like what? Like this? Like, how does? Bro, I'm not gonna even speculate. I genuinely can't come up with a reason where you can justify this.
And then I'm trying to remember I don't even know what the next clip I have, but I have another clip about this.
I feel like the only justification for this is that you don't see Black people as people. That's literally what it is. Black people they're not human beings to you. We're some other thing, where our lives do not matter to you. That's why it's okay to make jokes about it. That's why it's okay. Even you saw thousands of people, millions of people marching all across the world. That does not fucking matter to you. In your eyes, we are subhuman, and that is the only way people can find this funny and defend it. They're racist. Period.
Yes. And now I'm gonna show the next clip. I honestly can't even remember what it is, so we're gonna hop into this. What was this? Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna say what it is, because I didn't see people talking about this either. I found this while I was doing my research of it all for the TeaRK. In this clip that he has in his highlights, is I don't know if he's at his house, but it looks like he's at his house and he's recording his door because outside of the door, I'm guessing a neighbor, a woman, is yelling and saying things like, I'm done. And to me, it sounds like she's like an abusive relationship that she's like trying to leave the house or something. And he's just recording the door and then looking at the door and then saying, they're done, y'all. They're done. But I'll share the clip now. If it plays. Okay. Can you guys hear it? Okay. But yeah. That's the clip. And to me, it weirded me out. I was just like, why are you recording this?
Dude, like, why? Like, what joy does this give you? What does this do for you? Like, sometimes I really try to put myself in other people's shoes, trying to understand their perspective. I simply cannot get into these clown ass, lame ass shoes of his. To me, there is no reason why you should pull up the phone and put this on your public story, put it on your highlights. This is so strange. This is so weird. Like, what? I simply have to ask, what is his intention? What is the intention in putting this on your highlights? And someone, I think, said it in the comments. I can't remember, but I think someone was like, the fact that this has been on and no one said anything. And one of the clips you shown, you could see a comment with laughing emojis. And this is, to me, it's like, you know what? Like, this is really who you are, because you're also surrounding yourself with people who have no qualms about it whatsoever. And this is just weird and strange behavior. He's a weirdo.
Yeah.
I have a couple things to say as a survivor of domestic violence. First, I do want to say he's so emboldened to do these things because his communities, people that follow him, his friends, like you said, they're laughing, they're enjoying it. Like, this is something that is normal for him to be like this. And I'm sure he has a community that engages in that same type of stuff, or they just enjoy it. And I don't want to cry, but as a person that has been getting beaten in an apartment where there's people next to you, there's people under you, there's people above you that hear you, and you're in a position where you don't feel like you can just leave, and you can't. You try to leave, he pulls you by your hair. So to see him outside recording it, like it's a funny thing, is the reason why people still make jokes about hitting women, still make Chris Brown jokes, still make jokes about the violence done to women, because it's a joke. It's not. It's okay to do. It's not. That woman in there is probably fighting for her life, one way or another, and he's out there making a spectacle of it. And again, people see this. People that's in abusive relationships can see this and be like, "Well, damn, everybody thinks it's a fucking joke. It's a joke. If I tell people it's just a joke, if I go to the internet and tell people, are gonna laugh at me, because this is what they do." And it's so like, he all around is just a disgusting person, all around, every facet of it. Like, this shows who he truly is. And I couldn't imagine being that person and seeing this and seeing somebody making a spectacle out of me, getting harmed, getting hurt, having to again fight for your life, fight for your well-being, because it sometimes it gets to a point where you have to fight back, you have to do something. And instead of calling the police, instead of maybe offering help, I know some people don't want to get involved. I can kind of understand the reasoning behind that, but call the police. But instead, you sit, you record it, you show your friends, you add it to your highlights, and you make jokes of it, you add gifs to it. It's just a funny thing for the internet. It's a funny thing for the fucking internet, instead of something that kills women every day.
Thank you for sharing that, and like being vulnerable and open, and sharing that. That was like, that was very brave.
Got me emotional too.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that behavior is being allowed and being okay, but I appreciate your your honesty and your candor and your openness to telling that and standing up for something that's clearly wrong. So thank you for that. Seriously. Love you, Queen.
Fuck Kamu, as we've been saying.
Fuck Kamu. Fuck Kamu.
But
Dude.
that is all I have on Kamu. I don't know. Do you guys have anything else? A lot of came out about this man.
We did. We talked a lot. I don't think I have anything more. I didn't even see the clip you just showed. That's my first time seeing that.
No, that I saw nobody when I was looking to make, because I wanted to get like screen recordings that this is not like I found this on his page, like it's not somebody made this up or whatever. So when I was doing that, I saw this clip and I was like, why is no one bringing this up? This is weird. And that's why I decided to bring it on the show tonight.
You're doing your big one. You're doing your big one and being a great host. Look, at this point, we done talked for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I don't know what more what more we could say. But hey, you know what? At the end of the day, I think that not Julie Chen love one another just came into my head. But I'm just saying, like, treat others how you would like to be treated. Take accountability and, you know, realize that your actions have consequences, whether good or bad. So
consequences like this, where I'm like, verdict, you're a racist, a homophobe, ableist, misogynistic pig, and you need to get out of my house.
Period. I really hope the tides turn and they can get him out. I don't need him in motherfucking jury.
Yeah.
An update that I thought was funny. Selena just found out, Jason tweeted red corner with a bunch of emojis. So I think Jason is catching up to the tea and what's happening on Twitter. So I'm interested to see what Jason has to say. I need, you know, we were talking about having Rome. Come on. I need Jason to come on. Yes.
Come on, Jason.
Come here. Come on, Miss S Titties. Let's we will welcome you with open arms, and David will welcome you with something else.
All the votes that we voted for him that got thrown out the toilet, he could come talk to us because of that. We was voting. We was voting.
I was begging, actually. I said, y'all, let's vote for Jason. Please.
Oh my God.
I don't know what live recap it was. Middle of the night, I was like, y'all, we just need to vote for Jason, please. So Jason, come on, Reality Corner. You know you're loved here.
This is a safe space.
Yes, God.
And then jump scare next. This is random. I saw this picture and I just decided to put it in here. I don't know. People are saying this is real, that it was on Rachel's Instagram. I didn't go out of my way to check her Instagram, but I don't know. This happened. She's with Riley and Zach.
I will say Rachel and Brendan are werewolf friends. Hey, Pookie. Hey, twin werewolf. Hey, Rachel. Hope you're doing well. Yes. Glad to see you're not a skeleton in a volcano. As for the two beside
it is
them,
real.
It is real, yeah. I was hoping it was real because I put it on here, but I was like, hopefully I didn't fall for AI.
That's so weird.
And yeah, that's everything, guys. And oops.
Jump scare.
We have the bracketology, guys. To find the link, you have to join us on Discord. A lot of us are having a lot of fun here with bracketology. I don't know if you guys are doing it. I was in the top 10, but now I'm not. I'm in 11, so I'm almost there. But are you guys doing the bracketology?
I fear I participated week 1, didn't fully understand it. Looked to see my ranking in week 3, realized I was in the 400s, and I said, you know what, this is not my season. And I've not looked since. I'm sure I'm in a worse position because I haven't used it since week 1.
Yeah.
I have not engaged in it at all. I don't understand it. And I'm sure if I actually read it, like, I catch on pretty quickly. I haven't though. Maybe I'll get in. When is it? Now? Whenever. I'm gonna try to get in. I'm gonna try to jump in, okay?
Yeah.
But I
Don't let
haven't
these
yet.
ladies discourage you. It's not that hard to understand.
Hey, Drake is like number 2.
Drake is number 2.
Drake will hype it up.
Period.
Yeah.
Lee is up there too.
He would be, exactly.
I'm not surprised.
His ass
like and
would
subscribe, yes. And like I said, we have a Discord. I'm pretty sure this number's already outdated, but
yes.
You know how Pharaoh is. He don't like to update shit. And guys, you guys need to send your votes in. I'm hearing y'all not voting. Come on, send your votes. We're gonna watch 2 of these. So is there anything that you guys specifically want to watch?
I'm gonna say it once and I'm gonna say it again. Who done it nation to the front? You guys want camp? You want fun? You want to see what the Traitors was like before the Traitors? Get into Who Done It. Sickening camp show. And of course, I have to rep Canada. So Total Drama Island, yes, God, for the people.
I'm Real Housewives of Atlanta season 6. That's the most highly viewed season of any Real Housewives franchise. And Flavor of Love is just the key. Like, that's just a good fucking time. We're going to have a good fucking time.
Okay. The girls are saying Produce 101, Total Drama, Flavor of Love. So there's a mix of what everybody wants. But you have to vote, guys. You actually have to vote. Join our Patreon. It's not July anymore, but again, we need these slides updated. We're waiting on them. Thursday live. Join Pharaoh and Lee for the Thursday live eviction watch along, and they do the Kingdom's Choice, where you get to vote what to watch. And then this is the schedule we got going on, the other shows. Again, this is not updated. I'm pretty sure there's other new stuff coming out in August, maybe I think, but I don't have the stuff. So
and yeah, watch my exit press, y'all. Hey, I'm collaborating with Reality Kingdom. If y'all don't watch Amazing Race Canada, you can watch an exit interview and then get into it and then maybe watch the show. Support your girl. Thank you.
Yes. And this is our BB28 schedule. There's lots going on here. Every day, guys. Every day, every night. Pharaoh's watching the live feeds every night. And it's a lot of fun. You guys should be watching us to get your fill on Big Brother. Are you on anything else, Josiane?
I am. I do the Social Network on Tuesday. That's the show I host where we talk about social game, so house dynamics, all the things. It's always a fun time, y'all. And I feel like it's always a good tea. And I make really cute graphics. So come on and watch and get into the social game if you're into that.
AJ, are you on anything else?
Child, I'll be on a little bit of everything. I think I'm on, honestly, hey, MasterChef. I know I do that.
MasterChef.
And I'm on Sundays for the recaps. So, and yeah.
Okay, guys. Thank you all so much for joining us, for keeping it real with the Reality Kingdom. We're out. Bye, guys.
Bye.